Hola, como está? Oh, I don't fucking know. Alright, so, what's up? It's, well, I guess the matchmaker? Yeah, this week on that, okay. Alright, so, what's good? Um, this is gonna be actually a first asta what if I'm gonna do on this channel. So, yeah. This asta what if is gonna be what if asta was a reincarnation of Itachi. So, yeah. I was just watching, like, random what ifs, right? And stuff like that, and I was watching asta, and I was like, boom. What if what if Asta was a reincarnation of Itachi, right? That sounds pretty cool. So I decided to do it. All right. So that's what this is going to be. Is what if Asta was a reincarnation of Itachi? So the way it's just basically going to work, Asta. If you've, by the way, there's most likely going to be spoilers in here if you haven't watched the recent episodes of manga or chapters of manga and recent episodes of the anime. You probably won't know any of this, but yeah, I'm just gonna give you a little heads up, and just in case you don't want to, get spoiled, right? If you guys are whatever, don't give a fuck, go ahead, continue watching, don't care. This video is for you guys. I don't really. It's up to you guys if you guys want to get the story ruined or not. I'm not forcing you to watch this, but if you guys find that what if interesting, and if you guys really want me to, I could do one without spoilers. I'll try not to do any, okay? So yeah, this what if is, well, what if Asta was reincarnation of Itachi? So we all know, I forgot what Asta's mother's name was fully, but we do not know who Asta's father is. We do not know who he is at all. With that, since Asta is a lot more durable, a lot more stronger than a normal human, I think Asta is either angel for one, or even elf. Well, if he was elf, he would have pointy ears, exact. But so more like angel or a devil, right? We don't know, something that's not really human, right? That's what we expect to see Asta's father as. That's what I think, at least. So with that, so Asta's mother is actually, she just has black hair. She changed the color of her hair a bit, right? Asta has that black hair, of course, and will be reincarnation of Itachi, right? So his hair is going to be more of a straight, just like Itachi's, and, well, don't imagine, well, just whatever you do, don't imagine Asta with straight hair like Itachi's. It kind of ruins the whole image, you know? So we're going to just basically make him look exactly like Itachi, right? And well, he's just gonna be just basically add Itachi to the fucking Black Clover. But then if you do that, and then Asta's gonna be Asta, he's gonna act all weird and try to be funny, right? So there's gonna be some things that will probably be referenced towards Itachi's past, right? And that would just be Asta's humor, right? So it's just, yeah. So with that, Asta, yeah, he's reincarnation Itachi. He's born with these tier lines. I found out they're not really stress lines because it literally says in the fucking in the anime and stuff of Naruto that they're tier lines, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, so Naruto, not Naruto. Fuck, see, I do way too many Naruto what ifs. I need to span out my, repertoire of what ifs and ideas. So with that, Asta was born as a baby. He's dropped off with Yuno, of course, right? Because they're brothers. They happen to be brothers. With Asta, right off the bat, he was very, very calm, of course. Like, that's Asta. If he was reincarnation Itachi, he's gonna be a prodigy just like Itachi. He's gonna be just a fucking complete badass, right? Because Itachi was one, right? So I'll try to make it to where he is a badass, right? But I'm not that great at doing things like that. Well, I'm not that great at making stories in general, so yeah. Wink, wink, I guess. So yeah, not Naruto, Asta. He will, let's see. So he was basically picked up by the father of the church, of course. He looked at the two children. Yuna came with a pendant, and well, had Yuna. With Asta, it became Asta, had Asta on it. Well, Asta was bundled up in, well, this weird black, bundled up in this black colored cloth with red clouds on it, right? it's gonna be one of those things that if you watch Demon Slayer with that, you know that Tanjiro was born and the first thing he ever got was I think they're called Horis, right? Um, I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. And it was plaid. It was the plaid checkered. It was the checkered, not plaid, checkered black and green. So it's gonna be something similar to that, since it's gonna be a little another reference towards Itachi being part of the Akatsuki, right? So he's gonna have more like a scarf made out of the Akatsuki's pattern. Maybe sometime in the future I could give him like an outfit that has the cloak and all that, which is pretty badass, by the way. I don't know why. It would have been dope if Itachi survived, right? But he always wore the cloak because made him look dope as fuck. So yeah, Naruto, not Naruto, fucking. Oh, all right. So yeah, Asta, he's always gonna have that scarf with him. Now it's not gonna be like a headband thing that he has. It's gonna be more of it's gonna be a scarf. So with Asta, he was born, of course. He was very quiet when he was a baby. Same with Well, was quiet, but he was more of a crybaby, a lot more. Asta was always just very quiet and looked like he observed a lot very easily. So with this, it's not going to be a bloodline limit through Uchiha DNA and Sharingan. It's not going to be a bloodline limit. It's going to be a magic type. He won't get the magic type until he gets his grimoire. So until he's 15. Also, in this one, will have two magic types. He will have the ocular magic type of Sharingan. Just call it Sharingan, right? And then he has illusion magic. So because we all know that, taijutsu and shuriken jutsu is more of a body. Don't mind the group chat's name, bro. I did not name it that. All right, let me get rid of my fucking shit real quick. Hold up. All right, don't talk about that name for the group chat, guys. There's nothing you worry about. Bro, I swear to God, I can't get enough of that fucking name. It's really stupid. Alright, so Naruto, back to Naruto, right? So yeah, he of course as well. Yeah, so he basically is fucking whatever. Um, fuck, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about something. So yeah, basically, Asta, he was less of a talkative person at first. He wouldn't really talk to you unless you were really close to him, like either Sissy, if it was anybody outside the church, basically, then he wouldn't really talk to you that much, since he's always been with them and all that. So yeah, with that sort and stuff, he was looked at to be the weird child of like he was from the beginning of Black Clover, the weird child from the orphanage, right? This one here is known to be the weird child, but also they don't know, but they tell he has magic because he has magic running through his veins and his body, right? But they don't know what his magic type is, so they're not really praising him like they would with because he has wind magic. By the way, we did a skip of until like they're 6 years older now, until the point where gets a pendant stolen. Asta's like, yeah, what's good, and fights a fucking grown man. So yeah, Naruto, not Naruto, Asta. Yeah, he if you get to know him better and he gets close to the people around him, he's basically like he was from canon. Not just, he wasn't loud, he's not loud, of course, because nobody likes loud Asta. I mean, I don't really like. It's kind of stupid to think that it's super fucking loud, but yeah, he's not loud in this one at all. He he's more of a quiet, but he likes joking around a lot. It's just his personality. He's still gonna keep a good amount of his personality from, well, canon, of course, because we can't just have him be Itachi. We have to be let him be himself. So with that being him being reincarnation, all that, he will kind of have memories of Itachi's past. Whenever he unlocks a spell, right? Whenever he unlocks a spell, he will remember his past of as being Itachi. So yeah, he's already remembered some things about it when Itachi was smaller. So basically, he's living out the life of Itachi at the same time living out the life of his. He has memories or dreams to say of someone with black hair and from a clan called the Uchiha and named Itachi in his dreams, but he doesn't know their memories. He's smart, but he's not like smart enough to be like, oh yeah, that's a fucking memory, dude. I should learn from it. No, he's more like, oh, that was a weird dream. Well, whatever. We might as well just let's get on with the day. Basically, he doesn't find it weird. He's always had these dreams, so he always just thought it was just his mind going to work and trying to do something. There's been many times where he kind of noticed, like he kind of realized a little bit. It's like, whoa, I kind of act like that person does, like, so yeah. So with fucking, I almost said Naruto again. So Asta, basically when the point where Yuno gets his pendant stolen, Yuno of course started crying and stuff because he was a crybaby back then. Asta of course basically just walks with dude is like, can you give that back please? And he goes, huh? Who the hell are you talking to, Brant? He goes, well, I'm talking to you, obviously. I'm looking straight at you. Plus, sir, don't do a bad mistake. Bad mistake. You're drunk. I don't think it'd be good if you stole something like drunk and get time in prison for it. As he goes, huh? He goes, the hell you, shut up, kid. You don't know anything. Goes, well, it is true because there are some guards that just saw you do that. He goes, where? He goes, oh, they're back over there at the alleyway. As he goes, sorry, here, take it back. Oh, I don't need more time in prison. Just got out a couple weeks ago. As with that, the guy would basically run off. As Yuna goes, oh, wow, Asta, that was so cool. He goes, a little lie here and there won't hurt. As he, Yuna's kind of like, but I thought you were gonna, like, try to get it back forcefully. He goes, I guess that would have worked too, but at the same time, violence doesn't always solve everything. And I don't really like fighting or anything like that. It's not really my thing. In this one, he's a pacifist as well. I don't really know how fully pacifists work, but I just know they don't like fighting. So, and they don't like bloodshed and stuff like that. So, that was kind of how Asta was in the first place, right? So, I'm gonna make it so he's like Itachi still, because Itachi was a pacifist along with Shisui. They would do anything to stop violence or bloodshed and cost the less lives or any problem they had. So with that, they see they head back, and while they're heading back, Asta's like, you should toughen up a bit. If you ever want to be, well, a good magic knight like we're going to do, I think you should probably stop being such a crybaby sometimes. Because I don't mean to be all brash and like rude about it, but I'm just telling you the truth. He goes, okay. But as well, they would basically go home with, well, always looking up to Asta at this point, because, well, at the very beginning, looked up to Asta and canon because of Asta's bravery and his determination. It was inspiring, and then later on, was looked at better than everybody else, and, well, he still does have that respect for Asta, but now he has the same determination and bravery, and as was in canon, he didn't really look up to Asta that much anymore. He looked up to more of a rival. In this one, I'm having Asta be more like the brotherly figure, of course, as it was for Itachi, right? So I'm making it more of like a brotherly figure for, because Asta is really mature for his age. because he has those dreams that of maturity and the age of 5. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the age of 5 around the young age. I don't remember what age it was, but Fugaku brought Itachi to the war, the third Great Ninja War. He brought him and showed him what war was like, and well, having that dream inside of Asta, having that dream, not knowing it's really memory, it slowly changed his perspective on that, and well, it also matured him more, because he now saw what war is really like between, well, what his dreams say, ninja or shinobi. His would be, well, the wars for the Black Clover would be a lot more destructive to say, because, well, I know, like, chakra is pretty destructive and all, but they weren't people throwing around big ass fucking lightning bolts and shit, and, like, big old running big ass salamanders everywhere, were there? No, I mean, they kind of do, like, tail of beasts. That's the thing. Would this war in Black Clover world be more destructive than a war in the Naruto world? I don't know. Who knows? I'm gonna say that magic is more potent and stuff, because magic has more of like a life form its own, because you are loved by mana or magic, right? So you are known to have a lot of it. Like, is Asta, of course, is still gonna be loved by mana, right? Because it's Asta. Who wouldn't, you know, So yeah. With that so forth. Let's see. All right, so with them getting older and all of that, to the age of well, I'm not doing that thing that I've recently heard and watched the videos of Asta. What if it's people they make the main characters meet earlier? In canon, because usually they would give like Asta like fucking light magic, and then he would just move at light speed, right? Austin, this one keeps up his strength, but since he is the reincarnation of Itachi and all that, he has the build of Itachi a lot. He builds muscle, but he doesn't bulk up. It's more compressed and confined muscle instead. So he still looks kind of the size of Asta, of course, is going to be a lot taller in this one too, because of genetics, and well, Itachi was pretty fucking tall. I don't fucking know his exact height was, but yeah. I mean, he was taller than, he was taller than Naruto when Naruto was 16. And Naruto was around like 5, I think it was like 6 foot or something like that. Because fucking Jiraiya was like 6'7", bro. It was fucking stupid. I think Jiraiya was around like 6'7". I don't know the exact height, but I'm saying that Yuno's around like 6 foot, because it's like, he was way above average height for his age, I'm pretty sure Yuno was. Like, Yuno was tall as fuck, bro. So, I'm saying that Asta is a tad bit shorter, a couple inches shorter than him. And Yuno's like 6 foot, 6'2" and stuff. So Asta would be like 6 foot. I know I'm making them fucking gigantic people, but the tallest Yuno's gonna get is gonna be like 6'4". Asta, he get to like 6'2". So yeah. Let's see. So basically, that whole thing with Asta and Sister Lily back in canon and shit doesn't happen here. Asta sees Sister Lily as a motherly figure, as she was kind of supposed to be, or like a sisterly figure and stuff. To Asta, she was more of a motherly and sisterly figure to him. So he doesn't really care about her, but he's not going to go around screaming, "Marry me" 24/7 like he was in canon. He, of course, him and Yuno are very, very similar. They have that very low and not talkative voice as of course Itachi had, but Yuno doesn't have the little humor that Asta will have. Asta, he doesn't like talking that much, but if it's people he's around and very comfortable with, of course he'll talk. He'll talk his fucking brain off. His mouth off, bro. Brain, my dumbass. So yeah. So with that, I say that, well, yeah, I say that, well, now with that, they'll get to the Grimoire ceremony, right? Getting to the Grimoire ceremony, of course, gets his 4-leaf and all that. With Asta, he basically has his scar. Oh, talk about Asta's outfit first, real quick. Totally forgot about that. So Asta's outfit's totally different. He wears just a regular basic, since they're commoners, of course, at this moment and all that. They're commoners and they haven't earned any money because they're not magic knights yet. Um, Asta just wears regular black pants, similar to They're basically actually old black pants that bought with his own money, because of course grew out of it since he got a lot taller. It was when was around the size of Asta was at the moment. That's when had them, and Asta, and he gave them to Asta when Asta's like, damn, I need to go buy new clothes. It was here, and I never really wore these because he grew out of them pretty fast, like a couple months, and boom, they're done. So he gave them to Asta. So Asta wears his old black pants, and yeah, Asta also wears just a regular long sleeve. Let's say. In this one, so since he wears the scarf that was made of his baby blanket and stuff when he was first found, he's not going to have the high collar as all Uchihas usually wear. He's going to have he's just going to have a regular long sleeve shirt on. Also black because, you gotta have the black, bro. Mainly because I like black a lot. I always wear something dark. I always wear dark colors because I think I love wearing dark colors. So with that and stuff, yeah. So he wears the Katsuki pattern scarf around his neck, kind of like exactly how fucking Mikasa wore the red scarf that Eren gave her. It basically wrapped around and one part of it's only hanging down. So with that, Asta, he has that outfit. He just wears regular black, whatever they fucking wear, shoes, I guess. He just wears that as he's fully decked out in black, right? So is because black is a very easy color to make. It's not it's pretty easy to color to make. You just fucking grab something that's really dark and put a bunch of dark colors together, and then you have a tint or something else here and there, right? So they could have gone with the natural color, which being a grayish or whitish gray, right, out of the thread. But they got black thread, luckily, somehow, but yeah. So with that, Asta is now, yeah, so basically they're getting the grimoires again. So Asta's wearing all that, and Yuna's also there as well. Especially Yuno still looks to Asta and stuff. Even though he is taller and taller than him, he still looks at Asta like an older brother and stuff. But they still have that rivalry there and stuff. So yeah. So with the grimoire, get his grimoire, the 4-leaf wind grimoire. With Asta, I'm not giving him anything really that special. I was thinking of getting him a 4-leaf, but I'm just gonna go with the basic 3-leaf. He's gonna be an arcane mage, of course. Well, yeah, duh. So yeah, so he'll get his 3-leaf grimoire. It's actually half of it is really just black with the outing part of the if you've seen a grimoire, there's this outline writing and some metal silver color, right? And some of them, so on Asta's left side of the book, it's the 3-leaf, not 4-leaf. The 3-leaf is just it's let's see. I don't know what to make the color for it. I guess we just go. It's just regular fucking gold, right? Just basically it's a gold 3-leaf clover, and yeah. So the left side of the whole book, it's half red and half black. So basically the outlining on the cover of it, it's actually the left side is red and the outlining is black. The right side is black and the outlining is red. The the red side is signifying, of course, through the Sharingan, the ocular magic of the Sharingan. Then he has, of course, the next one, the black illusion magic. So yeah. So during this time, when he hit the age of 15, Asta has almost remembered or dreamt of Itachi's full life. He always, no matter what, remembers the dreams to the exact degree. He doesn't know why, but he doesn't think much on it. So during this time, he has, learned the life, but he hasn't seen any of the fights. That's because he has to unlock the spells. Spells will signify certain fights where Itachi used this magic or not. I might give him a small fire magic as well, a couple fire spells because the fireball jutsu and stuff like that. That's all. I'm pretty sure that's all we've seen Itachi use for jutsus was fire. I'm pretty sure. I don't really remember, of course, because I haven't watched Naruto in a long ass time. So I'm pretty sure Itachi was of course mainly a fire user along with Genjutsu. His taijutsu, of course, was very, very good since he was part of the Anbu and Anbu captain. I'm capping, bro. No, captain. So, yeah. Hold up, give me a second. Alright. I just had to get something to drink. My voice is starting to hurt. That's why I haven't been making what ifs and stuff for a while, because my voice is really fucked. It's been hurting for a fat minute now. I decided to suck it up and make this video, so yeah. With that, yeah, so basically, that was signifying, I might give him a couple fire magic. I got perfect idea for it now, good, alright. I know exactly what group he's going to, if you know where I'm going, because I said fire, you know? I wonder where he's going. So yeah, Asta, he looks at his book, he goes, wow, that's a pretty badass looking book, ain't gonna lie to myself. He's like, huh. He goes, hey, He goes, oh, well, what's up with your book? He goes, I got a 4-leaf. He goes, whoa, that's amazing. Congratulations, But I bet your book doesn't have this cool design as mine does. As he basically shows his book, and it's half the black, half red, and then vice versa. Yeah. So he goes, what the hell's up with your book? It's almost like it's saying you have like 2 different types of magic. Asta goes, I haven't even looked in it. How about we walk home? Let's walk home, and then we can start looking through our books while we walk. She goes, good idea. As basically they start heading home, right? And this is where the fucking dumbass bitch, the chain mage, goes, give me your book, kid. Basically, knock off Sludgeville, if you ask me. Besides giving your body, just give me your book, kid. Bro, I just realized that. Alright, so, yeah. Basically, they're reading, and they're just looking through the books, as goes, just wind. Okay, good. Because what about you? He goes, what about you, Asta? He goes, weird. He goes, it said I have this. He goes, let me activate it real quick. As he closes his eyes and basically, because when you get a grimoire, the spell instantly comes to you, right? Because it's, you're using a grimoire and stuff like that. Asta did not know about his ocular magic, so he can't activate the Sharingan without his grimoire, of course, using magic and all that. Just running magic to his eyes. It kind of is a bloodline, but magic is like a blood, bro. Magic is almost like basically blood, really. So is chakra and stuff, so yeah. Lose all your mana, you lose all your magic, you're gonna pass out or die. That's kind of saying something, right? So, with that, he basically closed his eyes and opened, and he goes, whoa. He goes, what's up with all this bright light around us? As Asa goes, it's almost nighttime, what are you talking about? And the sun sets behind us. As Asa just looks over and goes, what? He goes, whoa. He goes, hey, Asta, your eyes. He goes, what about my eyes? He was like, look in that window right there. as he looks in like the window there, the building that walks next to, right? As the house they're walking by, and he looks in the window, his eyes are red with a tomoe in it. As he goes, whoa. As he goes, hey, I want to test something. It said in the spell that, because the spells give descriptions, let's say. I don't know if they actually do. I'm not 100% on that, but let's say they do. So books give descriptions of how the magic works and how how it works and what it does, right? So he basically goes into the description of my spell. It basically talks about how everything I perceive and can predict anything I see coming towards me. It's like, can you throw a rock at me? As he goes, are you sure? He goes, of course I'm sure. Why wouldn't I be sure? I am Asta. As goes, oh, okay. As as he throws in, Asta easily dodges it. He goes, I guess it's right. It was very easy to notice. He goes, can you use another one, enhance it with your wind magic? He goes, are you sure about this? As he goes, come on, I'll be fine. As he goes, okay, but don't blame me if you get hurt. Because you really think I'm that weak? He goes, no, I'm just, never mind, whatever, shut up, and just fucking dodge it. Just dodge it, okay? As he basically throws the rock with wind enhanced. As he goes, let's say around like 70 miles per hour this time. As he also goes, oh shit, things moving pretty fast. As he dodges it at the same time, as he goes, how fast do you think that was? He goes, I'd probably say around, well, I don't really know anything about miles per hour and shit, but let's say they do, okay? I don't know, I don't care. Let's say it was going, let's just go around probably like 70 miles, I don't know. As also goes, really? It looks like it was like 30 to me. He goes, huh. It looks like your book was correct. It's like you do perceive things faster. Or you perceive things faster and can predict it. Because that was my hardest throw with wind enhancement. As also goes, huh. Because I'm guessing you have another magic, right? If it's just that, it's kind of weak, I guess. He goes, I do. He goes, what? He goes, this. He goes, I have, as he reads it out, he goes, not demonic. because I have illusionary magic. So he goes, I could do this. As with, no, I'm not gonna do that yet. Not gonna do that yet. I'll do that in a little bit. In a little bit, guys. I was thinking of something. So basically, he puts an illusion in front of them, basically making it look like their family was like the whole orphanage was there. So he goes, what? He goes, whoa, is this illusionary magic? He goes, it is. What do you think? He goes, it's almost like they were here, and basically he almost gets cut off. But he was just able to finish the sentence as the chain mage would basically, go only for because has the 4-leaf. So basically he would catch off guard because they're just testing out Asta's magic at this point. So yeah. Hold up. Bruh. My throat fucking hurts, dude. Jesus. So with that, get his books taken as yeah. I don't really say I got it. So yeah, Asta basically he still had his Sharingan active and really saw it coming, but he was a little too late to react. See, with the Sharingan, if you do have the eyes to perceive it, but it doesn't mean you have the reactions to react to it. As we've seen with a couple of times was what do we know? Because you can't just be like, oh shit, like my eyes, I can see this and anticipate this, but at the same time, if your body's not up to speed at the same level your eyes are, and if it's going a lot faster, but you're able to perceive it, you're not always able to dodge it. I mean, like, one thing I don't understand is how fucking Naruto, so the jutsu, if he has watched Naruto, and if those are the war arc when Madara, when Madara used his storm release jutsu, the beam one that shot out his mouth, that jutsu says it moves with the speed of light. That means in Naruto has a reaction speed of light, bro. Like, but he can't fight Sasuke on equal terms. Like, bro, what the fuck? I mean, he did destroy Sasuke, and Sasuke had all Telebeast chakra, and like, yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. That's a whole different story. We're talking, so, yeah, um, so yeah, this one, yeah, so he perceived it, but couldn't react to it. Asta is very fast, of course, but he would had his guard was off at the same time. If your guard is not up and your guard was like down, right? You're not always gonna perceive everything. You can see it, but since your guard down, you're not ready for anything, right? You're just chillaxing, walking with your brother, right? So yeah, he wasn't ready for this to happen. Um, so yeah, so now basically that's happened, and well, Asta goes, "What the hell?" As because he did get caught in the chains as well, so he's like, what the hell?" His mana got closed off, and his Sharingan turned off as well, as his grimoire fell to the ground because it was floating in front of him while he's going through all the spells, just checking it out. As with that, basically the guy would pick up the 4-leaf grimoire, and Will goes, well, thank you very much. This will give me a pretty penny in the black market, that's for sure. Let's see. Should I kill you or should I just leave? Because, well, if I kill you, you won't be able to, this grimoire will disappear. Well, there's no more murdering for me then today. But who cares about this one over here? As you just like, don't. Just take my grimoire and go. Goes, maybe. Alright, 1 second. Fuck. Whew, had a burp. So, yeah, so basically, it's like, just take it, but don't hurt my brother. Goes, your brother? Well, if he's your brother, I should get a good amount of price on this grimoire as well. Because how about this? I'll let you both go. If you forget what happened here, and you both leave your grimoires, how about that? As Yuno's about to speak, but also goes, fine, just let us go. As he's pretty calm about this, surprisingly to Yuno's still kind of like, yeah, what the fuck's happening, my dude's like, what the fuck? As Asta's just looking at him, just very calmly, going, just calm down. Goes, don't worry, we'll leave as soon as you take our grimoires. We'll go, alright? As he would, of course, start untightening Asta's chains, as that was kind of a mistake. As Asta basically doing so, as soon as that happened, the guy, of course, started talking as well. As soon as he did that, he looked away to see what was talking about, right? So doing so would leave time for Asta to do one thing. As doing that, he now knows what his magic really is, so he will remember the spell that he used to make the illusions. As he goes, alright, I need to make as basically he do illusion, and while doing so, the guy will release them and take the 2 grimoires in his hand and leave. As Asta and would basically pick up the grimoires again and go, goes, what the hell did you do? He goes, why is there 2 of our grimoires? He goes, illusionary magic. Because we should probably hurry up before that dude realizes it's not really a grimoire, and those are just cow turds. As he goes, you didn't. He goes, I did, but we should probably hurry up. He goes, good idea. We should leave. By the way, is really quiet when compared to other people, but when he's with Asta, he's really, really, he's a lot different than he usually is. So is Asta around of course, because they're brothers, everything but blood, right? So basically they'll start running off, and Asta, he's physically really strong, of course, but knowing he has magic running through his body this time, so he can really reinforce his body with magic. So then also did that with his wind magic, making him a tad bit faster, actually able to keep up with Asta. Since Asta has, of course, greater physical strength, it really equals out. Wind magic is using wind magic and lightning magic and reinforcing the body makes you really fast, of course. But since Asta has mana now in this story, in this one, he's able to reinforce his body, become faster, of course, but it's not no elemental, magic that's boosting his speed even more, like wind or lightning. But since he has a greater physical capabilities than it basically equals it out, evens it out the speed. But Yuno's a little bit slower since his body's not as physical and physically fast as Asta's is, right? So yeah. Alright. Bro. Oof. Drinking something cold after talking for a bit does really help a lot. Even though my voice still hurts a little bit. I'm going through the pain, you guys. For you guys, yeah. Alright, I'm done. I'm sorry. Alright, so basically they start heading off. They finally make the church as they're basically as Yuno's huffing it up, bro. He's like, bro, like, how the fuck are you so fast? Jeez. He's like, he goes, as Asta's like not really out of breath. He has a little bit heavy breath, right? It's like he just like he's pretty heavy breath right now, just a tad bit though. As he goes, guess that's what training is for. I train my body. Just because you feel great in magic doesn't mean you always have to. Doesn't mean you only focus on your magic. You might as well, since it's there, to train your body as well. That's what I did. As he goes, Yuno's like, I gotta think about that next time. So with that, they would basically walk into the church again, and well, yeah. Yuno's like, basically they would make it back, and well, all sorts and stuff, right? So with that, basically they would go in. Sister Lily's like, "What took you guys so long?" As Asa goes, well, as he goes, we kind of got attacked. She goes, what do you mean? He goes, well, as he goes, well, because it's my 4-leaf grimoire. She goes, oh, that should have been expected. As Asta goes, yeah. He goes, don't worry, but we tricked the guy. He goes, how'd you do that? He goes, my magic. He goes, oh, well, speaking of which, what is your magic, Asta? As he goes, well, I have 2 type of magics, actually. He goes, you do? He goes, yeah. As he goes, she goes, what are they? He goes, well, I have ocular magic. And she goes, ocular magic? He goes, yeah. He goes, what's that? As he activates he goes, as he's a little tempted to try something because, well, he did do the illusion magic without, his grimoire. So he's like, I wonder, as he runs, if he does the same feeling as he did when he activated the spell of the Sharingan, stage 1. It really literally says Sharingan stage 1. As he goes, this. As he opens his eyes, it's a 1 Tomoe. She's like, whoa. He goes, what do they do? Besides to look pretty. As he goes, I perceive things as we kind of tested with Yuno's wind magic and a rock. It was about like 60% or somewhere around there of things slow down for me. She goes, really? He goes, yeah. And then I could basically predict everything that I see. She goes, huh, that's amazing, Asta. Goes, but you said you had 2 types? He goes, mm-hmm. As he basically is, so what's that then? He goes, well, this. As he makes, like a, as he basically makes, let's see, what does he make? he makes the chain mage, right? He makes the chain mage. He goes, oh, by the way, he goes, see, right this is my illusionary magic. As he shows off the chain mage, he goes, who's that? He goes, oh, the guy that attacked us. She goes, okay. As Asta is, basically just, like, kind of like goes, what the fuck? Oh, why? Why'd you do that? As he just kind of shakes his head, just like, she goes, so that's the guy. We should probably report him. He goes, it didn't cause any harm that much. Besides, squeeze the living death out of us with those chains. But you're fine after, anyway, so you don't have to worry about Sister Lily. She goes, okay. But since you guys are here, you guys mind helping me with the food for the little ones? As Asa goes, sure thing. So, and basically they would boom, head off and go make dinner. So basically now it'll be like the 6 months of them training and all that. Asta still does meet the swordsman. He does learn swords. I guess we could just call swordsmanship or kenjutsu. As when he first met the guy, I don't remember what the fuck his dude's name is because he's kind of irrelevant, really, besides the filler episodes and shit like that. I think they were filler. He basically, when he first met him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a swordsman," blah blah blah. Also goes like, "Do you know what?" There's always this, I always have a dream of this dude that looks really similar to me now. Goes it? I think they called it kenjutsu in my dreams. He goes, kenjutsu, huh? Goes, what I've heard about it in a different language, it's actually just swordsmanship. He goes, how the hell do I know a different language in my dream? What the fuck? He's like, why do I know that? Whatever, don't worry about it, basically. As he goes, well, can you teach me, sir? He goes, my magic's not really there for attack. Because I have 2 types of magic. I have illusionary magic, and I also have ocular magic. Because my ocular magic is called Sharingan. That's the only spell I have for it. And it lets me perceive things about 60% faster than the human eye, the regular eye can. Because I think if I had anything that to do with throwables and swords, would be really, really helpful for my arsenal if I want to become a mage. As he goes, it's fine then, I'll train you if you can help me with something. He goes, what's that? He goes, just don't betray me. As he goes, I'm not going to really ask for details, sir, but sure thing, promise. As basically they would, then during the 6 months he would learn kenjutsu, swordsmanship, yeah. That's what happens when you can't speak English. I can speak English, my first language, I just suck at it. So yeah, oh, I can finally, yes, cool. So yeah, Naruto also basically learned, of course, swordsmanship during the time, as he didn't learn with a long blade. He learned with a tanto blade, the same thing, same one as he learned in multiple blades. The guy had, let's say, I don't know what the guy's actual magic is, I don't fucking remember. He's basically pretty irrelevant besides the part where he literally trained Asta, but yeah, so forth, yeah. So with that, Asta, well, yeah, he's basically, yeah. Let's say, I'm gonna remake his magic. He has sword make magic. If you've watched, what was it? If you watch, like, fucking Fairy Tale and stuff like that, and they have the ice mage make magic, Gray does in it. So basically his magic is very similar to that. He has the sword make magic, where he makes swords out of his magic, right? So with that, he would, well, he'd basically make a shit ton of swords. Since he has a magic that works only with swords, he has swords from different countries that he just never really learned about, but he's learned how to wield them the best way he could. He's a sword master, so he has to learn the best way he could learn the sword, right? any of the spells of his magic, he creates a sword, right? So he thought of the best ones that could work for him, since Naruto has told him many times. Because the guy would ask him many times, like, what do you perceive to use when you want to use a sword? As Naruto can remember from his dreams, he goes, okay, because I would like to do something with something short, something either short, very thin. As basically the guy is looking through his, grimoire, goes short and very thin. As he goes, as he makes a Tonto, as Asta goes, exactly that, actually. Exactly what I envisioned it as well. As he goes, alright. This is called a Tonto, Asta. He goes, so that's the name. Okay. He goes, there's also he goes, this sword is very different to others. It's a very thin sword. So the way it works, you can't really, you have to have it more of the base and strength of the blade to hit first. So basically like a katana. As Asa goes, a katana, he goes, this. As he makes a katana, he goes, this is a katana as well. I'll be teaching you the ways of both these swords, since they are both familiar swords. They're both light to say, but they are very thin, so they're easy to maneuver. But since they're very thin, they're very easy to break. So you have to practice and learn to wield them in a special way. Asasa goes, goes, alright. So yeah, I know in this What If, I know in Black Clover, fucking Yami basically got isekai'd into the world of Black Clover. If you didn't know that, he basically appeared out of nowhere after on a fishing trip, and he's like, yeah, I'm fucking got magic now. So, with that, Asta, he of course, he started learning the way to wield tantos and katanas. On him, he will always have the tanto on his right leg, strapped on his right thigh. Right, the sheath is strapped around his thigh, and he could pull it out. And with the katana, he has it on the back, like latched onto the back of his hip, exactly like Sasuke did. If you've seen Sasuke, Shippuden, he has his sword on his back, which I thought was pretty cool because I never really seen anybody like have a sword like that. It's like not on the back the way Sasuke wears it. It's pretty cool because you can just instantly grab it backhand and just right. So since yeah, so Asta of course learned how to wield the swords, and he's really kind of mastered them, but he still practices here and there, every day in the sword, just so he doesn't get rusty. I mean, yeah. So yeah. So, afterwards of 6 months, Asta, I say he's gotten a lot faster because he learned how to be light on his feet with the footwork of to wield the katana and tanto. He learned how to be lighter on his feet and faster. And because the sword has to have quick strikes, like a snake or a viper striking at its opponent, right? So he learned how to have quick and fast strikes. And doing so, learning how to wield those blades, sparring with his sensei for the moment, for the while, his reflexes for his body got faster. He had to train without his ocular dojutsu, his ocular magic, and so his natural reaction speed got faster for his body, since he told his sensei, the fucking dude, I always forget his name, about how he did perceive something, but he couldn't react to it, since his body couldn't react to it. So he decided to train without any of his magic. But during the time where he wasn't training swordsmanship, he was training his magic to get stronger. He's learned how to wield his illusionary magic a lot better, of course, because, training in your magic affinity is also going to obviously going to make it a lot better. So, with that, during the 6 months are over. Did his own thing, of course, but yeah. Alright, so yeah. So yeah, Gino did his own thing, of course, and now it's time for them to go to the Magic Knight exam. A little thing, so yeah. So basically with Asta, he has worn up cloth, just really bad cloth, worn out, right? Tied onto his leg. Because, well, he has it tied around the sheath of the tanto that his, well, sensei bought for him. Because, well, his sensei is pretty fucking rich, bro. Like, he was like the trainer for the Diamond Kingdom, so he did earn a lot of money, and he had that money with him at all times. Because he never knew what he was going to need. So, he basically gave the instructions and all that to a smith, and the smith made it. So, yeah. So he paid for Asta's sword and his katana and Tonto. Uh, I really love fucking Tanjiro's sword, his katana, his ninja. Nah, bro, do not know how to say speak English. So I really like how Tanjiro's sword looks like from Demon Slayer. So I'm gonna give him the exact same sword, but besides being a curved katana, it's gonna be straight katana, exactly like Sasuke's was. So yeah. Um, so yeah, he has a straight one, and well, yeah. Um, so yeah, he has it. So he has Tonto strapped onto his leg, as per normal, with some really worn out cloth, of course, because they are not rich. They're commoners. They're poor. So but his sensei did, of course, try to get him a right strapping for it. But he told him it was fine. He's done enough to get him a blade and all that, because he's very kind-hearted as still, right? So he didn't want his sensei to spend a shit ton of money over a couple pieces of cloth. Just to spend his money on a bunch of pieces of cloth that'll probably get ruined in the future, anyways. If he is going to be a Magic Knight. So with that, yeah, so he has that tied down on his right thigh. So he can just pull it out, just with his right hand, whip it out. He has his katana on the back right above his butt, like right the bottom part of his back, strapped on there by, well, a belt, the belt he wears with his pants. It's attached on there, and well, yeah, he can pull it out with his left hand. So yeah, he holds it with his left, and while if he does want to wield it, backhand the katana with his left, and backhand the katana with the tanto with his right. So yeah. So he always has that on there as well. It is basically the exact. So it's basically the straight. It has Tanjiro's black. It has the black metal, and well, Tanjiro's design of it and all that. But it also has the sheath of, yeah, same sheath and all that. It's just strapped onto his belt. So yeah, there was a couple times where he did try to sheath it again, but then he did cut off his belt and his pants felt right. So there was a couple of times of bloopers and stuff like that. So with that, Asta, of course, as well, yeah, he's all ready to go, and so's Yuno's pretty surprised to see Asta with two, well, looks to be swords and, well, blades, actually. He doesn't know much about swords because he's a wind user, and he doesn't use swords, of course. So he's like, where'd you get those? He goes, oh, I got it, I found, a guy taught me, well, this dude, because I don't remember his name, he basically says his name to him, because he taught me how to wield a sword and all that, and then bought me these. He goes, wow, lucky you, I guess. He goes, what do you do to your training, He goes, well, pretty much what I normally do. He goes, well, did you train your body as I told you to? He goes, no. He goes, come on, that's gonna help you a lot, I'm telling you. He goes, I'm not a meathead like you are. God. He goes, I'm not a meathead either. I just know it's good for my body. Having a healthy and strong body, of course. How much you will bet all the captains and all the higher ranking wizard, magic knights out there, wizard knights, bro? I almost said wizard knights, my dude. So magic knights out there are ripped. How much would you bet they got a shit ton of muscle on them? As he goes, now I think about it, you kind of have a point. Because, yeah, I know. You may think I'm dumb. You may think I'm dumb, but I am pretty smart, buddy. As he goes, yeah. Let's hurry up and get to the capital. He goes, are we walking? He goes, well, we can use brooms. Those are pretty simple to use and get. They're not that expensive, so I guess we could ask Father for it. As they're like, yeah. So basically, they would ask the father of the church, and it's like, yeah, sure, why not? Just take the fucking brooms. As they basically take the brooms, and they would head out. Getting to, of course, the Magic Knights, getting to the capital fairly early, about a day early. So they had a day early to explore and check out things. And they ordered a very, very cheap hotel, of course, because they're still commoners. During the time, they've seen how the capital is. It's really a lot different than Hodge Village. With Hodge Village, they had farmers and other sorts of stuff like that, right? They didn't really have all these shops and all these goodies around. Asta, of course, is being Asta and wanting to try all of it, but realized he had no money, so he's like, yeah, because I really need to become a magic knight to try all these foods. As just kind of just watches Asta basically run amok. See, Asta, when it comes to food and stuff he hasn't tried, he still loves food. He loves food a lot. He almost has the same sort of love for food as Charming, almost. Just a tad bit, relaxed, But if it's a new food he's never seen, he wants to try it. So seeing all these brand new foods in front of his face on stands surrounding him, he wants to try them. They're so tempting to him. But he knows they need to save their money just in case they need time, just in case neither of them make it to the Magic Nights. Everybody already expects to make it because it's magic, but nobody knew what Asta's magic was. But now, seeing how versatile his illusionary magic and his optical magic is very, very, it's very, very useful. Having the eyes to perceive things 60% faster and able to predict things with his eyes with ease. And this is only being the first stage of his eyes, his ocular magic, as they know. Who knows? His ocular magic can become even powerful. Little do they know that actually is going to be just absolutely broken in the future. But yeah. So with Asta, they're basically running around. During the time Asta's finally stopped with his little thing he was going on with the food and all that, he decided to calm down a bit. Well, yeah, and decided to, of course, start looking around. And as they basically looked around and seen all the really cool places and stuff, it started getting dark. They're like, all right, bet, time to go home. As right before they started going home, they would see this pole thing. They would also see this pole thing, and a flash would go through his head. As he goes, as he gets a devilish smirk on his face, he goes, As he goes, be right back. As Unigo's just watching, he's like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm gonna come badass. As he says that, as basically, next he's on top of a pole sitting, doing the itachi sit, if you know what I mean. Bro, he's doing this, he goes, look at me, I'm a bat. As he goes, look at me, I'm a bird. As just like, what the hell are you doing? He goes, I don't know. Just this I had this flash of someone doing this in my head. I was like, yeah, that seems kind of cool. So I just tried to mimic it. As goes, I really do think you're stupid, Austin. I'm pretty sure you're stupid, Austin. He goes, how are you pretty sure? He goes, well, because you've done some really smart things, but when it comes to something else, you're really dumb. He goes, really? Surprise. As with that, they basically go and sleep for the night at the inn they were staying at. the next day it would start, and well, yeah. With that, they would basically go to the Magic Knight entrance exam. They did meet the old lady, but Asta's like, sorry, ma'am, but we are running on like a small amount of money right now, and well, if we don't make it in Magic Knights, we have to get home. As she goes, oh, no, all right. And basically, it was, the Wizard King. So he basically is just like, he was a very humble and smart boy right there. He goes, but something's off about him. I never sensed this type of magic from someone before. It's weird. But it felt very powerful, though. He goes, and intimidating, I guess? As he goes, as we might have some new crazy recruits coming into the Magic Knights now. As he goes, well, we should go check them out. As he basically heads over to the entrance exams and stuff for Magic Knights and sorts as, yeah. So basically, like Julius would basically be, he'd basically be hiding out as like a guard and stuff like that behind all the Magic Knight captains and stuff, just watching, of course, because So yeah. So with that, basically the entrance exam would start with the guy getting all the grimoires. He's like, goes a 4-leaf. Goes, that's amazing. As he looks up and sees a commoner, he goes, it's still amazing though. That's pretty cool. Hold up, want to take a sip? So yeah, so Asta was, and then he'd be Asta basically be next. As he'd give him his grimoire, goes, as the guy goes, an interesting grimoire. Goes, I like that the design is really, really cool though. He goes, what's your magic, kid? He goes, well, my magic is ocular and illusion magic. He goes, ocular? I've never heard of that before. He goes, really? I thought it would be like a common thing. He goes, I think you have a rare magic that's first ever seen. I've never heard anything about it, kid. Well, I'll look forward to see what type you could do in the entrance exam. Even if you may be a commoner, doesn't matter. And she goes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Goes, alright, next. He goes, you can basically go ahead now. As Asta is like, thank you very much. As they basically Asta would basically show up as with Asta's mana pool, since he does illusions, he has a shit ton of chakra. Not chakra, my dumbass. He's a shit ton. I mean like a shit ton of fucking mana. He has an even greater mana than But the magic type he has, of course, the ocular with the Sharingan and all that, will come and play later on with the all the powers of the Sharingan later in the future. But with illusionary magic, he could pull off some really powerful illusions with just his illusionary magic with that type of chakra, not chakra mana, amount of mana he has. So, yeah, he's gonna have a field day with illusions in the future. So with that, but then like he would get stopped by the guy again as he's like, he goes, what are those on your hip though? Are those any sort of magic tools or anything like that? He goes, no sir, I'm a master in swordsmanship, because I carry around them and stuff. Because if I want to become a magic knight, if my magic's not, on attack, I have to have something to attack with. He goes, I understand. All right, go ahead. The guy was really nice. Of course, Asta, well, because he's never seen or heard of ocular magic in his life. And second, well, he just got this really good vibe off of Asta. So he's like, I might as well be nice to the kid, right? And he was just having a good day as well because he just saw a 4-leaf grimoire. A 4-leaf. Come on, guys. Like, really? So, yeah, he was like, yeah, whatever. I'll fucking be chillax with everybody now. So, afterwards, his life wasn't so bad afterwards. He had a pretty good life going now. So, was so forth, and that Asta would basically go in there. He having no anti magic birds around him at all, and neither with So basically, they're just standing with each other, and just talking and stuff. Usually, if someone had, so basically, if you had two people standing next to each other, one had a little bit like half the mana as another, the other person would have anti magic birds on them in the first place. It doesn't mean since you're hanging around someone with high mana, it doesn't mean the birds won't go to you. Just a little clarification. So, like, if that was actually like the thing, like, oh, they don't go around near people with high mana, then people just stand around people with really high mana to make them look like they got a lot of mana, right? So yeah, I exit that out with just they go personally to the people. So yeah, Asta nor had any mana birds on them, so they're like, oh cool, anti mana bird, magic birds. So like cool, we chilling. They were the first two to catch the eyes of the Magic Knight captains. Yami, for one, caught the eye of the katana on, Asta, he goes, huh, another swords user. Cool, that's what I might try to get on my squad. And this one I'm changing up a bit. I'm making it so when they first get their grimoires checked out, they also have to tell them the magic. So they have a sheet of people that would come up, and when the combat portion would start, when the people get called up by numbers and stuff like that with their partner, they would ask the people for their numbers. The opponent, the examinees, the people taking the fucking exam. I don't know how that works. I'm stupid, alright? People taking the exams, they would ask for the number. So if it was like going up against that one other dude, he would say his number, the other dude say his number, and the Magic Knight captains would look at the number and the name and see what their magic is. Because they never wanted like someone. Because I read this. I watched an Asta What If, right? It was what if Asta had water magic, and well, yeah. So in the what if, Asta's water magic was not attacker based; it was defensive based. So Asta had to use a dome. In the what if, Asta used a dome and slowly filled it with water. That kind of made it look like Asta was like a fucking sociopath and was just trying to kill people, right? So none of them talked. So in this one, I'm making it so, they know what the magic type is, if it's attack based or defensive based, right? So Asta, his was more of defensive, to say. Illusionary magic can trick people. He's there to trick people and anticipate people. It's nor defense or attack. Well, at least with the Sharingan, it's not attack yet. So yeah. So with Naruto, he basically, well, not Naruto, Asta, he told the guy, he goes, my magic is more, when he told the guy, he's like, yeah, my illusionary magic's to trick people. I would say that's more of a attack, more of a defensive. As the guy goes, yeah, pretty much. He goes, your ocular magic you talk of? He goes, I anticipate people, really. It slows vision, everything slows down within my line of sight. Well, I perceive things faster than normal people, so I say that's more of a anticipation and defense. I use it more for defense. He goes, alright, so you have mainly defense magic. Alright, I'll write that down then. And so basically that's what that happened, right? So Asta is written down for more of a defensive. So that's also why they allowed him to go in with the swords and stuff, because he needed something for attack. He can't just go straight defensive, right? So with his course is both defend and attack, really. So Yuno's pretty fine. So the first one was flying the brooms. Asta and basically be top scorers. Because Asta, he is Itachi's reincarnation. Itachi was a prodigy. So was Asta in this one, but they're not that test they grow up using it. They had to wait till they're 15. So with the control, he's more of a prodigy. Since he is a prodigy, his control is off the charts, along with Yuno. Yuno is a prodigy, guys. He's just a fucking prodigy. So both of them are prodigies, right? So yeah. So, whoa. Huh. So yeah, Asta, of course, as well. He would get. He basically, him and would tie for that one. As next one, I don't remember what that was. Because I think it was like creation magic or something like that. What can you create out of your mana and stuff like that? I'm just making these up. I don't know if they're actually then one. I think this one wasn't it? But I'm gonna say I can't really remember because it was like the first thing at the very beginning of the whole series. So I say that I think it was. Of course, you get the broom flying, which controls the control of your mana, and then the mana manipulation, which was the creation, and then the attack was you know, well, well, yeah, attack was attack, of course, your mana power and stuff like that. So I don't know what I'm gonna, yeah, so yeah, so with Asta, he basically would recreate. He would use his illusionary magic to make exact replicas of all the captains. As he goes here, as they were like, he goes, let's say I don't know the exact numbers. Let's say Yuno's number 89, while Asta's 90. So he goes as basically one of the captains like number 90, Asta. He has illusionary magic and ocular magic. Ocular magic, I never heard of that before. But the illusionary magic looks absolutely perfect and flawless. As another one would speak of going, yeah, and same with his control of his mana. And he had a lot of mana. There's no anti-birds around him or the other kid named number 89. Because these two are probably the stars that show these two are the stars of the place anyways. It says here, as they're basically like, one of them speak up going, well, actually, I think with the Asta kid, he's got the toughest time with attack. It's all defensive magic, his ocular and illusionary magic. As then Yami, a certain swordsman in the group goes, actually, if you notice by his hands, he actually has 2 blades. He goes, that's why he uses swords for his attack. As they look at him, they notice the sword. They're like, oh, yes, well, okay, cool. It's like that. He's all around package then. That's basically like Yami's like, actually, because not technically, we don't know how good this kid's swordsmanship really is. He could just be carrying them around for making him look good, but I could tell so far, he could probably be pretty good with them. See, the way he has them set up, as he just goes in the whole backstory of the swordsmanship, as all the other magic knights are like, so yeah, we can tell who's depth of swords here. Not us. As he finally finishes off, he goes, if you really wanted to, you could backhand both of them and do a dual wield. That would be pretty deadly. And then he starts talking about physical strength and shit like that. He goes, that's basically what going on. He goes, alright, I think we get it, Yami. You could calm down on your whole rambling thing. He goes, huh? He goes, what do you mean? I wasn't rambling. He goes, yeah, and I'm a dolphin. Alright, let's get back to the entry exam. That's basically they were just listening on you start talking about all the swordsmanship, the body workouts and shit like that. So Yami was just kind of having some fun, right? So afterwards, basically, my phone almost turned off. I think no, it's chilling. So afterwards, fucking, bro, my nose is stuffy. So yeah, the next would be the attack, which would attack off of the attack on the fucking, let's say, rock on a big ass boulder. I was thinking about making it so Asta would reinforce his sword, his katana with magic, just pure magic. I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So he would like slice the blade, like the boulder in half, right? So yeah, basically, it would basically send a spell, like just some magic and some wind magic towards just poof, the thing is gone, right? Also basically be up next as he basically walks up to it and he's sitting in a stance. All the all the Magic Knight captains like looking at him like, what the fuck? Imagine he goes, all right, clarify what the hell is he doing now, Yami? He goes, oh, now you guys want my info. All right. He goes, I gotta tell you. He goes, really? He goes, fine, I'll tell you. He goes, I've never seen the stance, but it's and the weight and the difference and all that. It looks all good. I don't know what he's gonna do, but if he really does try to cut that boulder, he's gonna break his blade. And there goes a good katana. Goes unless as he goes, let's just watch though. I have a feeling it won't break. As all of them are like, huh? He goes, what do you mean? He goes, just watch the kid. As basically they would watch Asta as Asta basically start unsheathing have his blade unsheathed and looking at the boulder. As he goes, because I never tried this, but I guess we'll just give it a go. As he basically runs mana through it as the blade will start, the blade will be reinforced with mana. And well, since he has such great mana control, he can mimic the wind. If you ever watch if you watch Naruto, you would know about wind magic with blades being the sharpest type of magic. Not wind magic, chakra, being very, very versatile with sword, being the deadliest element out there when it comes to sharpness. So I say in this one, Asta kind of had an idea and basically mimic the wind chakra from Naruto, basically grinding his mana together and making two fine edges as kind of like sawing at it. So that's on his blade now. The mana's doing that, as it's basically mimicking what wind would be on a blade in Naruto. So with that, yeah. So basically, he would do an overhead slash, and coming down on the boulder, the mana would cut through the boulder like it was just pure butter, like a hot blade in butter, guys. So that would then, as basically, the Magic Knight captains are like, oh, whoa, bro, that was dope as fuck. It's like he reinforced with mana. He goes, Yami is more like, He goes, what? From what I could tell, it looked like the blade was sharpened, though, from the mana. Is there like, well, I think out of everybody there, I think William will be the most adept with the mana control, because he is, considered like the strongest, right? So, yeah, so basically, William's like, he goes, so he finally speaks up, he goes, from what I could tell from here, it looks like you made the mana into two saw blades, almost like things, grinding against each other, slowly sharpening the blade, sharpening the mana that was on the blade. Because it's a very, very fine control too, near perfect control as well. Goes, that's another check in his book. That's another plus for him. As basically, next would be the combat portion. Since, combat portion would happen as well. Asta would have to go against Seke because Seke thinks he's better than everybody else, right? And at the very beginning at least, he thinks he's better than Asta. And he thinks his defensive magic can do something against Asta's swords, but that's not the way he's going down, my guys. So yeah. So basically they would start as it would be Seke versus Asta. I was like pretty surprised by Asta's swordmanship thingy he did, because he does not know what it is, so he just thinks it's like a swordsmanship thing, right? He thinks that swordsmanships are just fucking too powerful, but he didn't really notice the part where Asta put mana on his blade, so yeah. So with that, basically Seki would pull up and be like, yeah, I got an offense and defensive type spell. What's good, bro? You cannot cut through this. out all with those little flimsy blades of yours. Asta's like, I guess I can, but I want to try something. As Asta goes, hey Seke, can you do something? He goes, what do you want me to do, commoner? He goes, just look into my eyes real quick. Just look at me for a second, that's all. He goes, I'll look after you for a second. I want to lay my eyes on your filthiness. As Asta's like, damn, rude, much? As then he goes, well, here's nothing. As he basically looks at it, he points his finger up and then just points directly at his head. As he goes, you're done. As basically Asta just basically sits there and well, next thing you know, Seki is running out of the thing like, oh, I didn't mean to kill you. Fuck. I'm so in trouble. Yeah, as he's like freaking out and stuff. As everybody there is kind of confused, but then the captains are like, because he's using his illusionary magic. That must be one tough illusion if he's really freaking out like that. I wonder what it could be. As with Seke, as soon as he was put underneath the illusion by, well, Asta, the illusion showed him, while using the offensive part of the offensive part of, well, his magic, and, well, he accidentally killed Asta. You can't really kill someone that could be a possible, comrade. So he was freaking out. So during the time, he took down his spell and started running towards Asta. Was trying to make sure he wasn't really dead, so he wouldn't be in trouble. So doing so in the illusion, at least, he thought he was gonna fucking get fucked, but no. Next thing you know, he would feel a blade on something cold on his neck, and then he would hear a snap, and coming back to reality, Asta's right in front of him with his tanta to his neck. As he goes, see, I didn't really have to use my blades to cut through your things. There's a little thing you don't know about me, Mr. Noble, that I have illusionary magic. I put you in one of my illusions. How do you like it? Pretty neat, huh? For a commoner, I think it's pretty good. As Seki goes, I did, what? Because that whole thing was an illusion? He goes, uh-huh. As he goes, by the way, if you move a bit, this sword might cut you. I don't want that to happen. Plus, it would probably be really bad to kill a noble anyways. But, plus, I don't really like fighting that much. But we'll get to that. He goes, yeah. He goes, alright, but you might as well give your, well, this is real fight. You most likely, you would 100% be dead by now. As Seki goes, as basically William will call the match, being like, yep, there's number 90, Asta, you win. As basically they're like, as Asta goes, As he goes, well, thank you very much. So now I'm basically beginning the call, and again, our hands raised and stuff. Raising the hands times, right? Basically, would go up at number 89, and, well, everybody raised their hand. As Asta's like, huh? And, well, he goes, well, good job, baby, As he goes, as of course, pick Golden Dawn and all that stuff. So afterwards, basically he would walk back, and then he would want to see what, of course, Asta would get chosen for. He's really hoping for Golden Dawn, of course, because, well, that's his older brother, bro. Like, he looks at him as an older brother. He wants his older brother to be on the same squad. Like, he wants his family to be with him. Not really older brother, but he just looks up to Asta as an older brother. So, yeah, that's why. So with this, Asta, of course, would then come up as basically goes, raise your hand if you want Asta, if you want what teams are interested in you, blah blah blah. As about, well, all the hands will be raised again. As goes, he goes, pick Golden Dawn, please pick Golden Dawn. As Asta goes, oh, this is a tough choice. As you remember, well, of course, going to Golden Dawn, as he goes, let's see. He goes, well, I guess I'm gonna go here. I get a pretty good vibe from the guy, so why not? As he goes, well, Magic, the squad I would love to join, would be the Crimson Lion Kings. Yes, sir. That's what I'm putting. Of course, you know, Asta because, Hidden Leaf Village has to do with fire, right? And then Crimson Lion Kings have to do with fire. So like, you see why not? Also, where the hell is he gonna learn his magic type spell, his fire magic type spells, anyways? So see where I'm going? Mm-hmm. All right, give me a second, be right back. So yeah, that's where Asta's going. I wanted to do that, honestly. I love the Crimson Lion Kings. Like that's like probably my favorite squad, honestly. I got other them because fucking Fuegoleon's a badass. So yeah. Um, like Yami's hella dope too, but I like Fuegoleon better, honestly. Because I like the magic type. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. Yami's probably the best one out of all of them, but I just think the Crimson Lion Kings would fit better for Austin this What If because, well, Hidden Leaf Village had to do with, of course, it was the Fire Nation, right? It was technically the Fire Nation out of all of the hidden villages, right? He was basically the Fire Village, like, see, it was Land of Fire and shit like that. So I see why not he would be basically like unconsciously kind of be like, yeah, I want to go to this place that has to do with fire, my dude. And so yeah. So Yami's like, I'm really thought he'd come to my squad. As like William goes, why is that? He goes, well, because I have a sword, he's a sword, we're sword guys. Thought he would want to learn some things from me. But I guess not. Well, the kid's lost, whatever. At least you got one recruit out of all this. As William, if Fuegoleon goes, you're not gonna raise your hand for anybody else. He goes, nope, only him out of everybody interested me, and that other kid, but that's all. I'll be leaving now. As basically he would leave as well, of course, Finral and what the fuck's that dude, Gordon? Or is it? Is that what his name is? The dude with the makeup that's like emo and talks very quietly, has the poison magic. Yeah, I don't fucking remember what his name was. I think it was Gordon, right? Yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually really certain it was because Gray, whatever the fucking Gray was, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the girl's name was anymore. Fuck. I suck with names, guys. I suck with names really bad. So yeah, basically they would basically watch everything else go down as well. Now all the magic captains come get their squad members. I don't know who newly joined the Crimson Lion Kings. I know his Fuegoleon's brother did because he's going there anyways because that's the Vermilion family's shit is right, the Crimson Lion Kings. So yeah, he was joining that any other way. Unless you're like doing some fucking Silva shit where Noelle gets kicked out because she can't control her magic. So yeah, with that, well yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not gonna make. I don't think I'm gonna make up any of my own like missions for them. I think they're all gonna be canon missions, of course. But he's just gonna mix in with the other members of the Black Bulls and like Golden Dawn, right? So it's gonna be like, yeah, he's gonna of course run missions with and them, right? So yeah. As basically they would yeah. Basically afterwards, basically yeah, basically, yes, like me saying basically, huh? So yeah, so really um I like saying a lot too. I realize that. So and so as well. Well, I'm changing up everything. So basically, Fuegoleon was good, bro. No, he's more like, all right, because my name's Fuegoleon. I'm your new captain. Goes, come with me. We'll be going to the Crimson Lion King's hideout, and I'm really glad that you joined me, joined my squad. As he goes, as Asta's like, goes, thank you. Actually, you were giving me a chance, and well, I took the chance. He goes, well, why should you choose my squad? He goes, Asta goes, to be real with you, Captain Flagbolion, I just got a good vibe from you, that's all. Just really good vibe. He goes, what do you think the other captains? He goes, well, I got a good vibe from off of I got a kind of weird, sketchy vibe off of William, Golden Dawn's captain, but, and also my brother, went to that one. He goes, wait, that kid's your brother? He goes, we're from the same orphanage. We consider yourself like brothers. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, so you don't know who your real parents are? He goes, nope, not a single bit. He goes, huh, well, alright, he goes, what else? He goes, anybody else you probably would join? He goes, what about the other captains? What do you think of them? He goes, I thought the Black Bulls captain, I think his name's Yami, right? I thought he was really cool, but I know from what I could tell, it's not that I don't think the squad would do great, and I think the squad there's the Black Bull squad could probably do really good. They're a bunch of outcasts, as I hear they are, and well, yeah, I think it would fit pretty well in there. But I can also tell that you were. I was thinking that your squad is probably the better choice. Um, the Blue Roses captain. Well, I heard their squad only managed with girls, right? And only rarely any men. So I just wanted to respect what they have going there, and we'll went to a different squad. The Green Mantis, creepy. As the painter dude, too young, I guess. He goes, I didn't really think much on him. Neither did the sleeping girl either. I don't know what she is. She goes, huh. He goes, what about those silver eagles? As he goes, let me think. Stuck up. They're nobles, and I could tell you're noble too, but I got a good vibe off of you, as I say. I can read people very well because, well, my ocular magic, it naturally increases it a bit, and well, having such great detail with my eyes when I activate them allows me to notice some things. And being around so many people when I was younger throughout Hodge Village helping people, I learned to read emotions fairly easy as well. So I learned that I could tell that he was only having me on the squad so he could have a more stronger person. He wasn't there to have someone on the squad as almost a family member or a comrade, unlike what you were like. It's basically Fuegoleon goes, well, he made a good choice, Asta, as well. It's basically that was when they're heading back over there on brooms and stuff. As he goes, well, I guess not everything you said was pretty correct. I've met a couple of Black Bulls, and well, yeah, they're a bunch of outcasts and misfits, but they are very, very friendly and all that. People think they're really mean and all that, but no, that is completely wrong. And everybody else exactly what you said. But I don't really, I didn't know you'd see me as someone to be of a, well, I didn't think people saw me as, well, got a good vibe off of me, I guess, a good, well, feeling off of me. He goes, that's something new, though. He goes, really? It's kind of surprising, Captain. He goes, it may be, but well. He goes, well, we're here. Welcome to the Crimson Lion Kings. Because I'll get everybody here. Everybody loves meeting the new recruits and stuff. They want to see what the competition is for my spot is. As they're like, your spot? He goes, yep. He goes, my family may have started the Crimson Lion Kings, but doesn't mean my family also always has to be the captain of it. We're usually the stronger mages since, well, our bloodline and our royal blood and stuff, blah blah blah, makes us have a lot of mana. You possess a lot of mana as well. probably even greater than my brothers, and he's even greater, probably twice and greater than my brothers. And the exact same age as you. He just became a Magic Knight this year too. But since he's part of the family, he joins the Crimson Lion Kings without doing the exam. Asta goes, oh, I understand. He goes, well, because I really have that much mana? I thought that was normal, really. Goes, you never used mana sense, have you? He goes, mana sense? That's the thing? He goes, yeah, where you can sense mana? He goes, no, not really. He goes, well, looks like there's a lot for you to learn, huh? He goes, well, now, as basically all the Crimson Lion Kings would get there and stuff like that, as basically they show up inside of the hall, right, where everybody's, eating food, hanging out and stuff. Since it was the entrance exam, it was basically a day off for everybody. Besides a couple of them who had some missions to do and stuff like that, but yeah. Otherwise, it was basically all like a free day. Fuck. So yeah, Asta, he basically would show up as he's wearing his all black outfit as normal with his tanto on his right hip and his katana. As basically, he would start meeting everybody. Do not remember what the fuck Fuegoleon's little brother's name was. I hella forgot it. I do not know why. Yeah, Fuegoleon, Marilona, however you say that again. And I don't know. I'll try to think about it, but yeah. So basically, Fuegoleon's little brother is like, oh, you actually got a new recruit this year. He goes, I did. He goes, all right. As he basically goes, all right, Crimson Lion Kings. Crimson Lion Kings, welcome our new recruit, Asta. She's from Hodge Village and has magic. As Asta goes, I can introduce myself as well. Captain Fuegoleon goes, oh, right. As well. As Asta goes, hello everybody, my name's Asta. I'm from Hodge Village. I was an orphan from, when I can remember. My magic type, I have two magic types. I have illusionary magic and optical magic. Goes, I'm very glad to be part of this squad. Please take care of me. As he basically bows to them and stuff like that. As basically, Fuegoleon's brother goes, hey brother, what the hell is ocular magic? I never heard of that before. He goes, actually, me neither. I was actually wondering, you never used it, did you? Because you talked about it. What is ocular magic, Asta? It's basically everybody's tuned in because this is a magic nobody's really heard of. So like, what the fuck it could be, right? As Asta goes, it's this. As he would basically, being so, he would, he doesn't need his grimoire for this, by the way, just want to let you know, again, in this video. He basically closes his eyes, opens it as one Tomoe Sharingan would be there. As he goes, this is my ocular magic. They are called Sharingan from what my grimoire says. I can perceive things 60% faster and predict movements. See now, if me and your brother got in a fight Captain Fuegoleon, I could perceive his fight. I could perceive his hits, and I could also see mana with my eyes as well. Because that's why everything's really bright. As he's still fucking opening and closing his eyes. Because they leak a lot of mana, Jesus. Oh, that's one little thing that doesn't help. Since mana leaks out of people, whoa, my hiccup, holy fuck. Oh, just died right there a bit. Oof. So yeah. Since in Black Clover, people leak out mana all the time. When you have a room about 100 people from a squad in one room, bro, a bunch of mana's gonna be up in the air. So with Asta using his Sharingan, of course, his Sharingan magic, his ocular magic, it doesn't help when he can see mana. He just uses just straight pure mana, but it's multitude of colors. Because within the mana, it's a lot easier than. Of course, the mana is different colors because of the magic type they have. You notice. So if it's like Noelle with her water magic, her magic color is going to be, well, you know, magic color is going to be blue. Yami's purple. Anybody with fire has, the orange and, well, red or orange. Anybody with tree plant magic has the green and stuff like that. So you get where I'm going at. So able to see mana in different colors. There's just a multitude of colors there. As he goes, wow, I thought Crimson Lion Kings would have a lot of fire mages, but I only see about 20 fire mages here. As he goes, wait, as basically, if we're going this way, so you can see mana. He goes, and the element goes, well, mana has a color recited to some element. Because with my mana is red. He goes, wouldn't that identify that you have fire though? He goes, no, it identifies my ocular magic is red. That's why. And he goes, with yours, Captain Flagon, and your brother's, it's orange. Indicates fire. But there's some of them that are just plain colors because of the type of magic. Because not everything is all colored, Some magics are the same colors, but you guys might have different magic types. As he goes, that's very good. You can scout people out with that easily. You know that, right? He goes, never thought about that. He goes, well, because now is basically everybody would go back to their business as we're going to take Asta and his brother out of the place, as basically they had another person come with them, being just a random dude. As Flagon goes, because usually I would give you the coat, but from the look of you, it looks like you're wearing less. You don't like having baggy stuff because you're more hand-to-hand combat. You don't send flame missiles and fire magic at anybody. Since you're hand-to-hand combat, I think we could give you something that is not just a big old cape like ours. You're a special case when it comes to magic. See, defensive magic, people would stay back, so they don't do much physical contact. But since you're a defensive mage that wields a sword in hand-to-hand combat, and your ocular magic is a lot different than any other regular defensive mage, so we will be giving you this instead. As basically, the mage that they brought with him, actually, he's already told, Flagon's already told him what to put on him and stuff. He goes, we'll be giving you this. This will still indicate you're part of the Crimson Lion Kings, but since you are a special case with your magic type and stuff like that, you will have this robe. It's not really a robe, it's more of a sash to say. So if you've seen how Fugaku looks like in Naruto, Sasuke's dad, he has the little sash that goes around like half his waist that has just white with the red triangles on it, right? So that's basically what Asta has on his left side. Since it was on his right side, it would cover his Tonto, so it's on his left side. And, it's going to be underneath his, fucking katana. So it's basically embedded. So basically, the sash would go on to his waist, and, it has the Crimson Lion King's, emblem and stuff like that on it. And it's red, like everybody else, with the gold triangles on the bottom, as he goes, see, boom. And also we could add a little bit more to it, to your outfit as well, as they put the emblem of the Crimson Lion Kings on the back of his shirt, kind of like if it was a clan emblem as well, right? So yeah, it's basically Flagon's fucking. I need to look up his name. It's really bugging me to say Flagon's brother. Leopold. Yeah, Leopold. Leopold. I don't want to forget it, so I'm just gonna repeat it many times. Don't mind me. Even though you're listening to the video, so you kind of do have to listen to me. But yeah. So Leopold, he's like lit, bro. He goes, all right, well, you're gonna be my new rival. As Asta is like, okay, cool, I guess. But that means you have two rivals then. well, it's like you're gonna be my first rival. As he goes, really? As we go on, he goes, He goes, he goes, I have a question, Asta. What is your dream for the future? Like, are you just here to become a magic knight, or what did you really come here to be a magic knight for? As Asta goes, well, it's always been my dream because, well, yeah, when I was younger, it's always been my dream, listening to the stories of magic knights, and yeah, so I always want to become one. But I also heard, bro, the fuck next to my door, bro. I've also heard stories of the Wizard King. I want to become the Wizard King in the future as well. It's a goal I want to get up to, but my first goal is to take that captain spot of yours, Captain Foot going on, so I can reach up. Because I already know that it's not about how good your heart is and stuff. It's about the merit you earn, about the respect and results you get as being a magic knight. As since in this one, if you guys did not know, Itachi was thinking just like a Hokage was when he was about the age of 6. So I see now I not Asta is really understands the true reason of being a Wizard King. It's not about having the heart to be it, which that does come along as a bonus if it is the right person. But it is the result you get. It's the results that people would want to see from you. And the support you get as well. So Asta, well, yeah, he kind of he knew of that, and well, yeah. He basically told Flagon, and Flagon goes, well, it's like you have another rival then, Asta. That's what I'm shooting for. The Wizard King. If you do take this position from me, well, then let it be a battle. For the battle to the place of Wizard King. Goes, you will be my rival as well, Asta. As Asta goes, well, thanks, Captain. He goes, well, you should hurry up and get some rest. It's pretty late. Plus, the headquarters are here, and Leopold can show you your room. As Asta goes, alright, thank you. As basically they would go, and he would get his room and all that. So yeah, give me a second. I'll think about what's gonna happen next. Alright, I got a good idea. So with Flay going on the next day, Flay going will basically be working and doing basically just training, right? Also would be training as well, but after Flay going on training, he would go to training that he sends Asta's magic from. Wanted to see what the kid does for training. He was very surprised. He heard Asta, and Asta goes, well, that's 2,000 push-ups done. Now, time for about 3,000 sword strikes. As Flagon is like, fucking, what? 2,000 push-ups, my dude? Damn, son. He goes, now that I think about it, that speed he was showing, I don't even think it's magic enhanced. Goes, well, speaking of which, if this kid, he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure, that's certain. But if he's gonna want to be able to detect his enemies, he's got to learn mana sense. I'll have him start training in that, so he can start taking missions in the future. So basically, he would walk up to Asta. Asta will, for some reason, somehow knowing he was there, goes, "Oh, hey, Captain Fuegoleon." As Fuegoleon goes, "How'd you know I was here?" He goes, "I didn't know. I have no idea." Huh. He goes, well, it looks like you kind of already have this. He goes, well, you won't be going on any missions for a while. He goes, why's that? Are all the missions taken? He goes, no. He goes, I'm gonna have you train. I'm gonna have you train for about a month or so. Depends how long it takes for you to master this technique I'm gonna teach you. He goes, sure thing, Captain. What is it? He goes, you remember mana sense? I don't want you to go into a mission blind without able to sensing your opponent. So I'm gonna teach you how to use mana sense so since you won't be at a disadvantage, since you have really no attack magic. Also, we're gonna try to get you to learn a tad bit of fire magic. Because I'm able to do that? He goes, of course you can. People have affinities in magic, so they mainly focus on that. But other people, of course, learn how to use different type of magics if they could. It's very, very difficult, but it is possible. If you're able to learn a couple small fire magics, that should be fine. You should be able to have just a tad bit of firepower in attack magics. So that should help you a bit. But first we'll be teaching you how to use monosense. He goes, alright? He goes, sure thing, Captain. Because, well, as basically, I'll be helping you with that for a month. Because, what about your mission? He goes, I really hand out missions. And doing so is pretty easy. My squad's very organized. My squad's very organized. Really, only half our squad really goes on missions. So, since a lot of them do get taken up by Golden Dawn and all that. But yeah. But seeing your determination wanting to be the Wizard King, I see why not you won't be taking a bunch of missions, huh? He goes, no, I'll be taking all the missions I can. Even though it may tire me out, I got a lot of mana, so I should be fine. Because you do, that's for certain, but alright. I'm gonna teach you how to use monosense, alright? As well, alright, sure thing. Well, Fuegoleon Sensei then? Fuegoleon just shakes his head because, alright, well, let's get to it. I'll be telling you the basics. Then I'll be, after about a month of you training it non-stop, of course, using your daily training, of course. Don't want to stop that. From what I'm seeing, it's really helpful to see. As Asta basically had his shirt off and stuff like that, and he had like an 8-pack going and stuff. Because, yeah, I've been doing this since I was really young, so, yep, it really does help. Especially if you take physical blows, it doesn't hurt as much, really. Because, well, enough with that. So, how does this monosense work? He goes, I don't know how that shit works myself, so let Fuegoleon handle that, right? Just let him just fucking talk it out without me saying anything, and just just do a little month skip. So yeah. So yeah, each day during the time after he got the basics down. Very, very, very easy to say. Fuegoleon was pretty surprised, but he wasn't really that surprised because, well, it's Asta. Nothing could be surprised. No, he was really surprised. Like, wow, you got that down real fast. Okay. He'd do these small tests here and there whenever he would show up to check up on his training. He would start hiding his presence. Each time he got better and better to the part where, well, he got almost nearly concealed all of his mana where Asta still sentenced him. He goes, he basically perfected that, he says. Thought to himself, it's only been a week, too. Wow, amazing. She goes, oh, hey, Fuegoleon. Captain Fuegoleon Sensei. He goes, what's up with the long name? He goes, that'd be funny. I know I said Asta would be very quiet when he's around other people that he doesn't really know. Since he got a really, really good vibe and stuff from Fuegoleon, he knows he could trust Fuegoleon and his brother. Some of the other people he's kind of quiet around, but when it's Fuegoleon and Leopold and stuff, and then other members of the Crimson Lion Kings, he's very, very open and stuff, like he is now. He likes making these jokes here and there and stuff. So with Asta, yeah, he's like, yeah, he goes, yeah, I think I got it down. Since you even before you even got over here, I've been sensing you out there the whole time. He goes, wait, you have? He goes, yeah. Even when you first came back and entered, and you came from a shop. What was it? That beef shop. He goes, what? You've been sensing me the whole time I've been out of the home base. He goes, yeah. He told me to practice it, so I was. He goes, well, I'll let you know something. You mastered it, kid. So, well, there you go. You don't need my help with that anymore. But if you do need, when my sister comes back, I bet she'll be I bet she'll be very helpful to help you out with your mana control and stuff like that. She's very, very strict with it, though. That's to say. Probably when she comes back, she's probably gonna make everybody else in the the squad do anyways. As he kind of like sweat drops, he goes, "Yeah, most likely, but yeah." So yeah, he based afterwards. Asta's like, "Well, okay. Well, is there any missions I could take? I've already finished my daily workout." He goes, "Actually, I was gonna go by the Black Bulls area. When I was gonna go by the Black Bulls um headquarters. Well, can I say headquarters? Can I just say what can I say? I don't want to say hideout because it sounds like they're hiding away from people. Like I guess to say, what's the word? I'm dumb as fuck. I don't know. Don't know. Just home base, I guess. So basically, the Black Wolves home base. As he goes, as also goes, oh, you want me to go there then? I could do that. I mean, I haven't traveled around much. I've been here. I've been cramped up here in the home base for a while. He goes, all right. It's fine. You could take it then. It's just a little note from me to I'll just write you a little note from me to Yami. Tell him I said hi as well. And he goes, alright then, Captain. He basically gives him a note and all that, and he gives him another paper. He goes, this is where their base is at. So yeah. As Asta goes, alright, thanks. Alright, Captain. I'll be on my way then. He goes, good. He goes, Asta, you forgot to put a shirt on and all. He goes, okay. Okay, I'll go do that in a minute. And basically, a bit flustered and stuff. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. He's been training like non-stop, by the way, for about a week, but he mastered it basically in like a day or two because he is a prodigy. But he wanted to make sure he could sense far. I mean, far. Like Fuegoleon was the other side of the capital, and their home base is the other side, and Asta sensed them from there because he knew his signature really well and stuff. So yeah, but it takes a lot of concentration. He can't just passively sense them that far. He has to do the whole thing where he puts like two fingers on the ground, like basically like Tobirama's and Minato's sensing ability, where they put a finger on the ground, two fingers on the ground, and they start sensing people. It's like yeah. So he has to really work hard. He really has to concentrate and concentrate for it. He can't just be running around like, oh, there's one, and they're like 5 miles away or something like that. So yeah. So he concentrated really hard when he did that, and since he's a prodigy, he can sense really far. But the weaker it has to really works with the strength of the signature. Since Fleegolian is a captain, he does have a lot of mana. So with that, he was able to keep his sensing him since he has a shit ton of mana. And it was like a beacon out of everybody else around him. So yeah. So with Asta afterwards, he basically yeah. So Asta he basically got onto a broom and started heading towards the direction he was supposed to go. So he basically got there and started seeing a big ass building. He's like, huh, that must be the home base. She goes, I could probably sense out and see if Captain Yami's there. As he sensed in, he sensed that Captain Yami was there. Just basically a beacon of purple, which he sensed. That's what if he could see what he was sensing. That's basically what he would see. I mean, he can't use his Sharingan to scout out because he can see mana, of course, but he wants to keep on training his mana sense because he wants to make it absolute perfect, even though he doesn't know it's already absolute perfect. But he wants to make sure his range is like perfected, which his range is really kind of perfected, but it's not passively perfected where it's like super far away. Like let's say the capital altogether was like 5 miles. Let's say it was like 5 miles across. It's the capital, and it was a kingdom, so it's gonna be pretty fucking big, my dude. And having a bunch of nobles, big noble families and stuff like that, it's gonna be a really big capital. So I say it was about like 4.5 miles along, and he sensed about 3 miles where he sensed Fuegoleon. So that's why I say that. Um, So with Asta, he basically will sense Captain Yami's he can kind of, from what he can tell, is the strongest signature there. So he's like, huh, that must be Captain Yami. And it kind of feels dark to say. So yeah. And so he would basically go there and, well, yeah. You remember at the very beginning where Noelle lost control of her water magic? That hasn't happened yet. That's going to happen as soon as Asta gets there, because that's going to be how Noelle meets Asta, right? So with that, Asta, of course, he basically show up and he felt a spike of chakra, right? As he would like basically sense that there's a bundle of, well, not chakras, bundle of mana all together, right now. So that he's like, oh well, something must be happening, right? As well that he felt like a huge spike and it's like a big release of mana. He goes, huh, what the hell? He goes, is someone fighting or something? As basically he would finally get there close enough to see. As well, Yami noticed him and all, was like, whatever. It's that kid from that has the swords, whatever, right? So yeah, he was like, alright, well. So basically, he's just looking up at Noelle, Yami is, and goes, huh, I wonder if there's someone that could cut through mana. Or, he goes, Finral, use your spatial magic. Because if I did that, all the water magic would come towards me. He goes, huh, that's not a good idea. Let's see if that new kid could do something. As they're like, new kid? That is the new kid. He goes, just wait. As basically with Asta, he like basically saw and was like, oh, goes, look, they're not doing anything to help her. What the hell? So I mean, that is a lot of mana and stuff, but I guess I could help her. Let's see what I could do. Goes, how about this? As he basically controls mana, and he basically dropped down, and well, yeah. He basically on his broom would be above the whole water thing, while Yami would notice and goes, huh, there he is. What is he gonna do though? As with Asta, he goes, this spell messes with the person's brain. If I use it good enough, it could really mess with their stuff. It really mess them up. But I'll use it into a different way. I use it so it's something that comforts her, so she can handle her mana. Let's see what comforts her in her brain. Let's see what the spell will do to her if I add a comfort to it, at least. I need my other card, bro. This shit's not drifting that well. So yeah. So basically, Asta, he did that spell right. Well, yeah. Doing the spell with Noelle, say it was like her. I'd say it's something that comforts her. I don't know what really comforts her because I don't fucking know everything about Noelle, and she's an anime character. I don't need to know everything about her. So yeah. So yeah, basically it was something that comforts her, and she's like, what that? As she felt like remembered it and starting to feel really comforted, and well, she started getting a little bit control of her mana now. Doing so, her mana would kind of start calming down and all that, and well, it would start dispersing. As with her, she wasn't freaking out now because she had something that comforted her, right? As basically she would start falling, and now she's not getting comforted. She's like, oh fuck, I'm falling, shit, I'm gonna die. As basically, Fenrir uses his spatial magic, and she fell on the ground, and she's like, what the hell? You commoners and stuff like that, and will also finally come down off his broom and goes, hey, Captain Yami. Goes, hello, Captain Yami. Captain Quigolion sent me. Goes, so you're the new kid with the swords, huh? Good job up there. He goes, thank you very much. As he's now a little bit cold, but he's still acting like it was his superior, right? So yeah, as he goes, So he goes, what if we're going on one? He goes, as he basically hands him a letter. He goes, I don't know. He told me to give you this letter. He goes, all right, well, thank you very much. Now, how about this, kid? You want to have a spar? He goes, what do you mean, Captain Yami? He goes, I mean, you're a sword user like I am, a katana too. I can tell your katana is not. Yours is a straight katana, though. It's very hard to wield those blades. It's a little bit harder than wield mine. It's harder than to wield the curved, because with the curved, as he basically went on and started rambling about that, as well as like for Asa, this is perfect information, but we get to learn a little bit more about, of course, the only other sword wielder out of all the magic knights than him, and then he also gets to learn a little bit more about the sword master, right? So he of course listened, but he was quiet the whole time. As Yami kind of finished it up, he goes, see what I mean, kid? He goes, I do. Thank you, Captain Yami, but I must be on my way. I must be on my way, though. Have a good day, everyone. As Noelle's like, and she goes, what happened? I remember, he goes, what happened to my thing? As, let's say it was like a blankie, right? Let's say with the blankie, right? As he goes, as he basically, he felt he was in a little joking mood, right? Because he got to learn a little bit more about one of the coolest captains, in his opinion, out of all Clover Kingdom. The two coolest, in his opinion, is of course Fuegoleon and Yami. So the two coolest ones that are now like two captains he's met so far. So yeah, he's like, all right, I feel happy. I guess I could do a little joke real quick. I guess a little humor out. Can't be stone cold all the time. As she goes, what happened to my thing? Noelle said that, not wanting to, have everybody know that your most comforting item is her little blankie when she was a kid. As Asta goes, what? He goes, sorry, I used my magic on you. Whatever your name is. I use illusionary magic, and well, I can tell you that blankie looked very comfortable myself. But that's all I had to say. By the way, my name is Asta. I'm part of the Crimson Lion Kings, you haven't. So I hope all of you have a good day, and well, bye-bye. As basically he would jump on his broom and leave. As well, of course, now, Noelle's big secret about her comforting item now, her little blankie now is all out open, as well everybody starts, as Magnus like, you use a blankie, bro? My dude, what the hell? And she's like, shut up, I'm a noble, right? All flustered and stuff like that. No, the ship's not Noelle. Noelle doesn't deserve Asta, in my opinion. Fucking bitch. So yeah, so yeah, Asta is Yami. He chuckles as well. And he goes, so I like that kid. As well, he goes, all right, everybody get back to work. It's basically they're like, we don't have anything to do though. So we'll give you something to do. As basically that would be as basically we go back with Asta. You basically head back to Crimson Lion Kings. As basically he would get there and all that. As we're going, goes, okay, I gotta think about something, but. Alright, so yeah, basically that would all be over with, right? This is gonna be 3 hours, by the way. I just want to let you know that. I love making long what ifs because I like making long what ifs. That's just me. I listen to the hour-long what ifs or 2 hour or 3 hour long what ifs, and I don't really like short ones. They feel way too short to me. So if it was like an hour one, it felt like 20 minutes, right? So I just like making long what ifs. People that like listening to long what ifs. It's not really. Well, recently everybody's just been making a shit ton of long what ifs, right? But I've always made long ones no matter what. Well, besides my first channel where I made my first series was like 20 minutes long each episode. Well, I didn't really like it. But it's definitely easier to make shorter what ifs. Like, you don't have to. try to talk it out along, like talk along and stuff like that. Your voice has a break every video, right? Unless you do like them back to back to back to back, which I kind of did, but yeah, let's not talk about that. Um, by the way, it's my second channel if you don't know that. My first one's Desmond David, but I don't use that one anymore. Everything's really fucking unorganized on there. And well, I'm not going to use that one anymore. I like this one better because it's a lot more organized and I don't feel like taking the time. And I have to delete a bunch of what ifs that have gotten a bunch of views, and people will be like, "Oh, why'd you delete that?" And I don't want to deal with that. So I decided to make a new channel. I will make other videos on there for other what ifs. I just feel like putting on there for no reason. They would go on that one. All right, this one's gonna be my new, well, technically like my new main, where I make organized the what ifs and all in one series, not an incomplete series like I did on my last one. But yeah, okay. So that yeah. So basically, I guess we could do the next one where it's the dungeon now. Well, because I don't think, of course, Asta wouldn't be there in time to go help the people at that one village, right? They basically had Luck this time, and Luck is a crazy bastard that loves fights. So I say he would just go on and clap everybody there with fucking ease, because lightning is dope. Um, Even though my favorite power is ice, because ice is dope as well. I like the cold in general, so having ice powers would be badass. So yeah, I might do one like that too in the future as well. Do an Asta. What if Asta had ice powers, ice magic? That'd be dope as hell. Actually, not thinking about it, like a ice katana that can freeze anything it touches, kind of like as death katana she has, and Akame ga Kill. Like, bro, I gotta, ice magic, I swear. Are you able to replicate Haku's ice mirrors, the demonic ice mirrors, make that a spell or two? Yes, sir. See, that's why I love ice, because it's just badass, and the characters that have had ice powers are really cool, like Haku, really cool. Like the way I forget, he's a trap. He used it and stuff, was really dope. So, sorry me rambling on about my favorite power. My second favorite power, by the way, is teleportation. So, yeah, just cool, I guess. So, back to the what if, by the way. I'm done rambling now. I had to get a little extra time in there, because, you know. Some people hate me when I do this, by the way, but whatever. That's just who I am. They can't hate somebody for who I am. I mean, they hate me, but I don't give a fuck if they do. So, yeah. So yeah, next one would well be the dungeon, of course. This one would be Leopold and Asta getting sent in this one because the Wizard King asked for it, of course. Yeah. Also during the training, that time during the training was about 3 months, to say, of training, let's say. And well, yeah, Asta has unlocked the second stage of the Sharingan. That being, so first stage, of course, is, well, you can also see Chakra all the time with Sharingan, and you can perceive things faster. So the next two as well. The second one is casting illusions through your eyes with the Sharingan, two Tomoe. Third one is copying, of course, because yeah, why not? No. Let's make it different. So the second one is copying, and the third one is you can use illusions with your eyes. With the Sharingan, you can send Genjutsu to save. So yeah, I'm gonna make it. So yeah. Um. So yeah. He unlocked the two Tomoe during the time, and well, yeah, he got used to using the copy, so he can copy people's movements now, and he can perceive and he can predict the movements even better now, since he can read movements even better. Like, of course, he can perceive things faster, of course, but he didn't. It was a skill that he had unlocked with the shotgun, right? It's not where it's a bloodline; it's magic. So there's certain stages and unlock certain things. It's different than what it would be, of course, than it would be, right? So he's able to copy now movements and stuff like that, which is very overpowering. I ain't gonna lie. If we go and knew about it, and well, he's like, damn, this that power is gonna be even better. And Fuegolein knows about the whole stage thing, so they're thinking it might have another. Of course, it might have another stage, unless it says like final stage, right? By the way, I'm never giving him Rinnegan. I might give him the Rinnesharingan at some point in the future. I might, just might. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. Um. So yeah. Basically, the Wizard King as Leopold and Asta from the Crimson Lion Kings, and well, I say Noel and Luck would go on this one with, not Magna, because Magna was doing something else, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I say what else? Who else would go? No, just those two, and then the Golden Dawn would have fuck. Of course, you know, right? The wannabe Tinya, I guess we could call him that. The wannabe Tinya, Ida. I don't know his name. I don't really care. I was calling Metal Mate Glasses Four Eyes. Let's call him Four Eyes. That sounds better than his actual name to me. Or we call him Fake Tinya Ida. Dude, I swear to God, it's so true though. Yeah, and then oh my God, I forgot her name as well. Why? I just heard her name like literally the last What If I was, which was 2 hours ago, by the way. Uh, Mimosa? Yeah, Mimosa. That's what it is. I think. I hope it is. I don't want to feel. I feel kind of stupider now. But I'm pretty. It's 100%. 95% sure it is. Okay. So yeah. Basically, they would all be going there. Leopold and Asta basically be going. As Asta has his whole. He has black long sleeve. Has the tanto on his right hip. Has his katana on his back, on the back, attached to the back of his belt, on right above his lower back. He's able to grip it with his left hand as normal long black pants, of course, and yeah. And then he has his Crimson Lion King sash with the Crimson Lion King's emblem on it, and also on the back of his black shirt. Uh, since he is Itachi, he does have Itachi's hair and all that. Don't forget that, guys. He looks exactly like Itachi. He just in basically Itachi in Black Clover art style to say. So yeah, has the tear lines, the pitch black hair, the pitch black eyes. So yeah. So so during the 3 months as well, Asta has gotten two new spells that are actually just pure attack. They are two fire. They're two fire magic ones. They learned that he actually has a pretty good affinity for fire, but he's not able to wield. He's not. He has to. He wasn't his main magic. That's why his two main magics are his ocular magic and his illusion. So the fire was like a secondary that they've learned because some people do have secondary magics. They just didn't know what they were. So when they started when Fuegolein started trying to teach him fire magic for some attack ones, right? He of course would he did the fireball jutsu, of course, which is just a big old fireball coming out of his mouth, where he like spit out a big old fireball. The second one was, the Phoenix Flower one, which was 7 fireballs spitting out his mouth that had that could track people by their mana signature and stuff. Those ones are very powerful, of course, because Jutsu is powerful, it's destructive, it's fire, it's gonna burn. Burn, heretics, burn. No, so yeah. Doing that with my voice doesn't help, guys. No, doing that with my voice does not really feel good, so I'm gonna stop. Um, So yeah, basically he learned Leopold, of course, is how going with him in this one. Leopold being a main fire mage actually helped him, of course, when Flegolian had captain things to do and had to go help other people with their training. Even though he's is the captain, if you've seen like well, Black Bulls, of course, was hella relaxed squad and stuff, but Flegolian, of course, helps his whole squad out no matter what. He helps his whole squad out with their training whenever they need help, and some people needed help training. He couldn't just help with Asta alone. Some people are just comfortable with their positions in the squad and weren't really shooting to be captain. They were just there to have a comfortable life and protect what they needed to protect, right? Or some of them are there because they're nobles and they want to feel good about themselves. Let's not going to talk about that though. So yeah, he helped those who wanted help and asked. And yeah, so he did. So Leopold helped a lot with Asta's training, of course, being a pure fire mage, and they got pretty close as well. Of course, they're rivals, and so is Fuegoleon and Asta. It's weird to say that. Yeah, I was a dude like drifting on this thing as well. Cool. So yeah. I got a burp. Oof. So yeah, Asta, they basically get to the dungeon and they're like, and Asta goes, "Wow," he goes, "I've never been here one. Have you?" He goes, "I have been a couple with my elder brother, but not that many. This one seems a little weird." As Asta is basically already using his mana sense, he goes, "Oh, there's a bunch of traps in there. That's pretty crazy though, because I bet I could get them all out with these." As he basically makes fire shurikens. That's not an actual spell. He's just able to manipulate the fire mana that he has now. Just a tad bit of it he has. He's able to use a bit of fire magic as well. It's not going to be super uber powerful as the first uh, the main magic affinity he has. So it's not going to be as powerful as Leopold's and well Fuegoleon's, of course, but it's still going to be pretty powerful, of course. It's fire, so they would be a little bit more. They would basically be like a tiny bit of wind enhanced shuriken, just a tad bit. So yeah, that's what his shuriken kind of are. So he's like, I can get rid of all these with this, and then he activates his two Tomoe, Shaoingan, as he gets inside of. They finally walk in there as they actually he goes, "It's like we're the first ones here out of Golden Dawn and Black Bulls as well. That's cool, I guess. So we can hurry up. It's like there's already two strong signatures here, so here as well." So Leopold goes, "It must because it must as because it must be the Diamond Mages. We are on the border, both Clover and Diamond. So yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Just try not to run into them." He's like, "Do you know? Can you sense where the treasure hall is at?" He goes, yeah, I actually can. So yeah, all right, because I can. I'll send this on the way. I'll get rid of all these traps with my fire shurikens. All right." He goes, "All right, well, let's get going, bud." As Osh kind of sweat drops, goes, "Okay, cool." As So yeah, this is the part where it's my favorite, honestly, because you wait till you see what I'm gonna do with Asta. This part, that's gonna be pretty badass, my friend. Bro, what the fuck? There's a van in this game, bro. I'm mad. And by the way, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing right now, I am playing Drift, Car X drifting fucking shit online. It's pretty fun to play, honestly. I've been playing it for hours today. Just listen to music at first, just driving around, drifting around, mainly on the LA map and stuff. Just using the hot rod right now instead of just fucking drifting around. I've been doing that during this whole video, by the way. I've just been sitting here drifting. It's pretty fun, really. Something to do in the background. That's what I usually do is play games or something. But this is the least distracting one out of all of them, by the way. So yeah, I haven't paused that much in this video. New record, I guess. As soon as I say that, I'm gonna pause. Oh, well, looks like that happened already. Cool. Well, yeah, so back to the what if. So basically, during the time, Asta knew when, well, the other members came in. Well, he felt, he goes, huh, cool, Yuno's here. As he just kept that in his head, and, well, he just kept on being, well, serious. And, well, just kept on, getting rid of all the traps with the shark and not turn them off. As he goes, wait a minute. He goes, the diamond, there's not one of the diamond mages I sensed earlier are actually coming our way. So be on guard. It's like he's able to sense us as well. As he goes, as so yeah, as Leopold's like, bet. Oh, my dumbass. So yeah, he of course is like, all right, well, all right, thanks for the heads up. He goes, don't worry. As with that, they basically finally make it there. As Mimosa would use her, well, Noel and, well, Luck would go off to fight that one schmonk guy. With that one, I say Luck has already gotten over with his whole mother problem of winning by himself, right? I say he got over that because he kept on trying to win against, uh, trying to win against, Yami, and Yami's like, just fucking, who gives a shit what your mom says? She's dead, bro. And basically, I don't know why that British accent popped in there, but yeah. He's like, yeah, just fucking forget about your mom. She's dead. You don't have to win for her anymore, bud. All right. As he's like, oh, maybe Captain's right. Cool. So yeah. I'll be right back. So yeah, Luck would beat him because he's like, oh shit, like this is fucking easier. He's been fighting Yami a lot because Yami's actually like fine to fucking fight you. He just got bored and annoyed. He's like, yeah, because Austin's not there. Nothing is really interesting. What the hell? So yeah. So now with that, Luck would beat him, just barely though, just barely. So yeah. With that, Noelle would actually head to, since she would meet, well, the Golden Dawn with Mimosa, Four Eyes, and, well, it was like, quiet, of course. Mimosa's like, oh, my cousin, oh my goodness, yeah, my cousin, wow. No, I'm not maybe no one's love interest, I don't know. So what I say? I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, so with that, I got to burp. Oof. All right. Okay, now that my burp is gone, we chilling. So we pimp chipping. No, I'm gonna stop now. So now that yeah. So basically, most would use her, well, map magic. She would use her map spell and then actually, you know, show the map, and let's see three signatures that where it looks to be the. It looks to be, well, the treasure room, right? So they're like three signatures. Goes, that must be the Crimson Lion Kings. We should hurry up and head down there. As basically they would start heading there, and as Melissa goes, well, what about your teammate though? She goes, he should be fine. He loves fighting strong people. And recently he's been getting his butt kicked by Captain, but he should be fine, I think. Not like it really matters though. Because, well, we should get going. He's a he senses mana really well too, so we should get going. That's basically Forrest is like, yeah, get the commoner out of here, mate. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, mate. What are you fucking stupid, mate? No, And he's like, good, no commoners. If the Crimson Lion Kings, he's expecting, of course, he's expecting only nobles, He's not expecting a Hodge Village commoner to be in the Crimson Lion Kings or in the Golden Dawn. He tolerates because Yuno's a fucking badass. Like, Yuno's just so you can't just be like, oh, commoner. No, he's like, Yuno's good. Yuno's the chill commoner to say. So basically, we start heading down there. Back with Asta and Leopold. Well, what the fuck is the Diamond Mage's name? Mars, I'm pretty sure. Was it Mars? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is Mars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Mars. I think it is, yeah. Mars, pretty sure. Pretty sure. I might be dumb, I might be stupid. Same thing, I guess, but yeah. So Mars. So basically, Mars is like, yo, what's good? Crystal magic, dog, bop. As basically he would throw them, but Leopold, of course, also being on guard because Asta's mana sense is fucking amazing. So they, of course, knew that they were coming. Asta already had his Sharingan active, his two Tomoe, and was like, yeah, cool. Well, let's get to this shit handled as he will take out his katana and will, yeah. He would leave his katana in there and stuff like that. He wouldn't need to use it as he goes, hey, Leopold, you want to use some fire? As Leopold's like, Heh. He goes, fire versus crystal, I should melt it, right? He goes, unlikely, but I want to shoot some fire, sounds fun. As Leopold goes, you're not that serious. He goes, oh, I'm serious. I just want to test my capabilities with the fire magic the slight fire magic affinity I have. He goes, good point. She goes, as basically Leopold does like a fire blast and shit like that. Don't know any of his spells because I don't really pay attention that much, guys. Come on, do you expect me to pay attention that much? So, what's that also do basically? Well, a fireball jutsu. He goes, alright, fireball. He goes, great fireball. As he basically says, says in his head, he goes, great fireball. As he basically puts a finger to his mouth and just and a fireball comes spitting out of his mouth. He goes, yes, sir, take that, boy, bitch. Yeah. I almost said, yeah, I almost said a bad word, guys. It's not like I've been saying them forever, but yeah, cool, right? Yeah, so he basically, well, yeah, he's like, yep. So basically, it did pretty well damage, but Leopold's did more damage, of course, because he is a main user for fire. So yeah. By the way, this is the only other element. The only element Asta to be able to use is the fire, since it's kind of like a secondary affinity he has, since he is Itachi's reincarnate. So with that, I'm guessing Itachi probably had more since he is a prodigy. He probably had more affinities, but let's not go over that. I don't really care. We're only doing fire because that's the main one we see him use, right? So yeah, Asta, of course, he usually goes, well, almost like will be kind of fucked a bit, as the Mars is basically like, he's like, these two are weak, light work, right? Even though one has some strange looking eyes, but whatever, light work, easy pickings, right? So basically, he basically rushes him. Probably the worst idea he's ever done. But yeah, he rushes Leopold. Leopold's not that adept at hand-to-hand combat, even though Asta's been helping train it. Well, Asta's been training Leopold in hand-to-hand combat. And he's also been helping Fuegoleon with it too. You never know we're going to need hand-to-hand combat, right? So it's better to have it than not need it. So with that, Fuegoleon, Leopold tried, but he did decently. Decent as well. Leopold getting knocked on his ass backwards, getting punched by fucking Crystal Fist from the dude. So he's like, yeah, just bet. Asa goes, hey, please don't hurt me. As he basically says that, and well, with that, the guy instantly thinks, he probably sucks at hand-to-hand combat, even though he has some weird-looking eyes. It's basically Mars would basically rush him, and well, he'd make. So I need to end these guys fast. I could feel that. I could sense more coming. He goes, I should probably hurry him up. I should probably finish him off before the others come to interfere, right? So he, of course, makes a crystal. He makes a sharp crystal from his hand, and was going to stab Austin and kill him. Same with Leopold. Austin's like, well, fuck, here we go again. Well, not again. He goes, oh, here we go. Time to test out this. As basically, Mars basically rushed him as well. Asta would dodge one, and well, he's purposely missed a couple strikes. He purposely let a couple strikes hit him because he wanted to look badass. That's why. That's Asta for you. Always trying to look badass, my dude. So he let a couple hit him, letting Mars think he has the upper hand. Yeah. Asta, of course, he's already knowing how close the other four are at, while the other's fighting another diamond mage, right? So he's like, yeah, because I think that's luck from the Black Bulls. So I think he should be. From what I could remember and heard stories from, he's a really, really good fighter. So I know he can handle himself. He's already has the upper hand on him from what he could sense. As with that, he already knows others are coming and they're really close. So he's like, yeah, whatever. I gotta act like I suck. And then if this guy ever gets awakened again and I fight him, well, I could just kick his ass again. So I could just kick his ass going full out. As with Asta, he basically kept on dodging and sent a couple strikes and got to let a couple hit him. But never let the crystal shard, the crystal will want to be wrist sword, I guess, hit him. He never let that hit him. So he's like, yeah, not gonna happen today, Chief. Doing so, Yuno and all of them finally get there. Yuno seeing his big brother figure will start getting beat up by some dude with weird implantations on his forehead and stuff. So yeah, you ain't gonna do that to my big bro. As he basically sends his most powerful wind attack, hitting the side of Mars. Mars did not see it coming because he got really, really focused with the fight. He wasn't expecting actually Asta to be that good at hand to hand, but he basically thinks they were at a standstill, but he still had to make sure and not focus on the fight instead of worrying about the others coming. But he knew they were coming, but he didn't know when. So he was a little bit late to react to the wind, and the wind, of course, knocked him on his ass, and he got knocked down. That's the easy way to get that over with. There's no big ass crystal golem. Because the guy, he didn't want to waste too much mana. Mars didn't want to waste too much mana since everybody wasn't there. So yeah. So with that, he was locked up. He was locked up by Four Eyes. Four Eyes used his metal magic. I think was it steel magic or something like that. He had used it as Austin's like, he's sure that will hold him. As he goes, of course it will. My metal magic always holds. So Austin goes, well, okay. He goes, well, I guess it's time for introductions, huh, As Yuno goes, as he basically nods his head, he goes, still untalkative around people. Same with me, I guess. He basically, whispered that to himself. As Four Eyes is like, hold on, goes, so you know. He goes, Austin just shakes, nods his head. He goes, that means you're a commoner then, huh? Austin basically just shakes his head up and down. He goes, yeah, I did. He basically just shook his head up. He basically shook his head yes, right? She goes, no wonder you sucked at fighting that guy. Took him down with one shot. It's basically instantly Austin's like, I don't fucking give a fuck, but yeah, okay. So, was like, fucking cunt? No. He's like, Moses is like, hey, be nice, Four Eyes. She's like, be nice. Don't be that rude. I mean, he's our teammate for this mission and stuff, comrade for this mission. She goes, yeah, whatever. yeah, whatever. As Asta just kind of sighs it because, as Leopold's like, hey, he goes, how dare you speak to my rival like that? As he's like, your rival, he's a commoner. As he goes, and he's the brother of so, yeah, so, means I'm racing to be Wizard King. As Yuno goes, wait, what about me? As no, that's not. This is like Yuno wants to catch up to Asta because he thinks he's behind, of course, because in physical adept and stuff, he doesn't really know that he's not really. He's pretty behind now in magic terms as well, because Asta has his two Tamani, he has really high control over his illusions, which could be very dangerous as well. Now, nobody can really break the illusions unless you're like high ranking though. If he puts enough mana into it, it could look very real. I mean, there are illusions, so yeah. So with just having a couple attacks here and there and having high control over wind and having a carriage made out of wind, I mean, he's powerful, but not as powerful as Asta would be. So yeah, he of course wants to catch up to him. He doesn't care if his elder brother, as he sees Asta as his elder brother, becomes like, the Wizard King thing. He's perfectly fine with that. But if he gets it too, he would make his like older brother his like right hand man all the time. So he's like, yeah, who cares who gets it, as long as we're together, right? As long as we're still brothers, to say. So yeah. Leopold's like, yeah, me and him are rivals. It's like Asta goes, as Mimosa goes, well, okay. He goes, shouldn't you think we should get to the treasure hall and start scouting out before anything bad happens again? Getting stuff from there as Leopold goes, good idea. Leopold knows that Asta doesn't like talking to random people that much, so he decided, because he's gotten pretty close with Asta, of course, training in the past 3 months. He's gotten pretty close with him. So, really, actually pretty close. They're basically almost best friends at this point. So, yeah. So, with that, Leopold's like, well, alright, good idea. He goes, let's go, Asta. As basically, Asta goes, wait, did you bring the bags? As Leopold goes, yep, sure thing. As basically grabbed 2 bags, as they're like, as Melissa's like, what are the bags for? As Leopold goes, did you guys not get the bags from the Wizard King? You were supposed to get them from your captain. As basically Four Eyes is like, well, as Una goes, our captain was out. We didn't get them. As Noelle's there as well, by the way, but she was still she was keeping quiet because, well, she knew Asta, but she didn't want to make a scene that was already happening because she was like, I'd rather have the attention not on me. Since she is kind of used to having not attention really on her because, well, her family is kind of abusive mentally. So yeah, she was like, she goes, my captain, well, he wasn't there either. As Asta finally, he was like, as basically Asta sends a smirk her way. She kind of knew what that was meant for. She's like, don't you dare think about it, she says to herself, says to him, as he just smirks a little bit more. So Mimosa's like, well, who are you talking to, Noelle? Is that nobody? He goes, what do you mean? As basically she looks back to where Asta was at, it wasn't there anymore. As with Asta, he's next to Leopold, as he's just smirking again. Basically, he used an illusion and stuff for her, so yeah. Did an illusion and stuff like that. So fucking just messing with Noelle at this point because it was kind of funny, but he's not gonna mess with Noelle a lot. He's just doing it this couple times and then he's chilling. So basically, they would finally go to the door, right? They're like, oh, maybe we should actually go in there and get some treasure, right? So with Asta, he went in there. He's like looking at it. He goes, oh. As he goes, hey Leopold, you think you can burn the magic off? 1 second. Bro, I sneeze like Michael Jackson now in this bitch, bro. Don't talk about that. Don't worry about that, by the way. I sneezed, that's why I paused it. I don't want to listen to you. You guys don't want to listen to me sneeze. I should probably start pausing when I need a burp as well, so you guys don't have to listen to me go. So yeah, basically he's like, Leopold, can you burn the magic off of this? And if it gets hot enough, you could probably get the trap unsettled. As he goes, Goes, why don't you use your sword? And he goes, what do you? Oh, my mana enhanced sword. When I enhance it with mana, he goes, yeah, use that. I think that should work. See, my stuff would just melt the door, and then it would get harder to get in. As Austin's like, oh, okay. As basically he would pull out at his Tonto, and then he started climbing the doors, because the doors are big as fuck, by the way. So they had these latches and stuff here and there. Austin's basically climbing up them with his Tonto while in his mouth. Well, even though I could have just put it in his back in his fucking sheath, but whatever. So yeah, basically, like, Forrest is like, what the hell do you think? What are you doing up there? As Austin goes, I'm gonna cut through the magic as the trap. As he's like, what? You can't do that. As Leopold goes, actually, with Asta, he can. See those swords he has? He can run mana through it and use the mana to make like a super sharp blade. Then he could cut through mana like it was nothing. He did it at the entrance exams with the rock. As Mimosa goes, that's where I remember him from. Oh, I remember seeing that. Plus, I heard Captain William talking about him too. Because as Yuno goes, Yuno's just still quiet. He's just always quiet unless it's just him and Asta around, right? Or is this when everybody else is talking and him and Asta only talk? Then he's pretty back to Yuno being around Asta, right? So Asta basically he's like, as he basically makes it top, then he uses mana enhanced Tonto, and then finally, then he basically puts it backhanded, and he jumps up and puts it down first with his arms straightened out. So if you've seen the scene where Itachi falls off the cliff because fucking Orochimaru's doing, right? And where then he finally realized that, oh, maybe I want to live, right? So he uses the two kunais to drag it, like, to stop his fall. So basically he did that with one Tonto. Basically he's riding on top of the Tonto, like he's basically pushing down the Tonto backhanded down through the trap with all his body weight. So basically he's riding the Tonto down with only one hand. So yeah, he's basically doing that, and he gets to the bottom as he goes, huh, it was easy as that. As he just basically looks at it and goes, good. He goes, I think that should work. As he basically starts pushing the door open, and it works. He goes, I even cut the latches. I didn't mean to do that, but cool. As basically they walk in, and as he basically holds open the bag, he goes, hey, do you mind using your wind magic on this? As kind of understood, he goes, oh, good idea. As basically he starts controlling wind, and he lifts up like a big old pile, and he's about to dump it on Asta. Asta goes, no. He goes, like, make it like in a funnel, like kind of like a tornado, but going downwards, and allow it to funnel into the back, not pour all in on top of me. That's gold. That's heavy, As basically Mimosa and Noelle are watching this, like, what the fuck? They're like, what the fuck, bro? Because you're still not the smartest, what the hell? Yuno goes, sorry. My bad, I guess. As basically he would make like a funnel of wind as all the gold would start going into the bag. They did that for a while until it was like the last pile, because Leopold did nothing. He just watched in amazement as the two brothers, known as brothers, would just, keep on doing this. Basically, they got almost all of it as well. Stopped because he got something through his eyes, so with Asta. So he handed over to, Noelle, and he goes, give me a second, I need to check something out. She goes, what's even here that you check out? He goes, I don't know, but something seems familiar about this thingy. As he walks over to a little a book. As on the book, it has a sign for Crow on it. As he goes, Crow? Why does it seem so familiar? He goes, it's like it's drawn to me. What the hell? As he tries to read, he opens it and tries to read it. He goes, I can't read this. As, but wait, because I can't read this at all. What the hell? As then he closes it and then he opens it again, but unconsciously he ran mana through it. As running mana through it, there's a poof. There's like a poof as a crow would appear. As he goes, huh? What the? As he goes, whoa! He goes, a crow? What the hell? As the crow basically goes, the crow's like, he goes, goes, hello, I'm let me think. I need a name. Let's see. I guess we could name the crow just Itachi, right? Because let's just do that. He goes, hello, my name's Itachi. I'm Itachi the crow. As Asta goes, Itachi the crow. He goes, but why are you talking? He goes, oh. As he goes, well, I'm a spirit. Just like that one thing that other guy's holding. That's a spirit as well. He goes, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, well, what are you a spirit of? He goes, illusions. As he goes, oh, you're perfect. You think you can help me with my illusions and stuff? He goes, well, when you ran your mana through it, I could tell that you had illusion affinity and a very, very strong one at that. So yes, I'll basically be your spirit now. I'll be, well, your companion now. Really. So I also boost your illusions. But it doesn't really seem like you need it, but I'll just be there to give you some cool illusions though. And she goes, oh, what do you mean? He goes, like if you use an illusion to make you, if you want to like do like a teleportating thingy, I can make you can use one of the illusions I have that makes you burst into a flock of crows. Well, you turn into a murder of crows. As he goes, really? That sounds awesome. Because we have a deal then. As they basically shake on it. As Noel is just watching, like, what the fuck just happened? As he goes, well, how does this work? Well, he goes, well, I become part of your grimoire. I am a spirit that you summon through your grimoire. So, yeah. As he goes, well, now, let's just open your grimoire to the empty. I'll just open your grimoire and I'll get to the page that was already there for me in the first place. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, remember, everything that has to do with magic also has to do with the soul. It was, like I said, the soul. You were either meant at some point to get me as your companion as a spirit. Just happened to be today. Goes, same with you, then? He goes, yep. He goes, yes, your friend over there, he is going to get the wind spirit. Well, you got me, the illusion spirit. He goes, why is it a crow, though? Why are you a crow, though? He goes, because crows are cool. As he goes, okay, I guess that works then. Well, it's nice to meet you, Itachi. He goes, likewise. So now with that, well, yeah. So, with that, also basically of course would keep the crow book because there's a bunch of shit in there that he want to go through, right? He wants to go through and check it out. There's other things in there that he could possibly use for spells that have to do with crows. And he's recently found that about a couple minutes ago, crows are really cool. How do you like that, guys? I really like, bro. I love this. I really like how I made this, though. Like, I liked how I made it so they're actual magic, not like bloodlines or use of chakra. So he unlocks his Sharingan during times of need, like other people, mages do when they're in trouble and they need something, like a little go beyond their limit, right? So yeah, so basically you understand what's happening, right? So with that, Asta would basically go, As basically during the point, Leopold has finally finished getting the rest of the treasure. As he goes, that's all cleared up. As they basically have both the bags, the bags would shrink as well because that's magic can do anything, guys. So yeah, the bag would basically shrink as he put it in his pocket. And, well, he had to make sure because he does not want to lose all that treasure that's in his pocket. He had a zipper pocket, guys. So yeah, he zipped up the pocket and goes, they're not going anywhere. Well, that's going to be a good mark for us, that's for sure. Well, for everybody, we're not going to be greedy like, well, some people. As he goes, it's Asta walks up to him reading this book. As he goes, whoa, what's that? He goes, well, I just got this book. It's pretty cool. It's a spirit book, actually. He goes, a spirit book. He goes, yeah. It has the spirit of illusions in it. He goes, wait, what? You got a spirit? I thought there was only 3 main spirits. He goes, what? He goes, there's the spirit of fire, the salamander, the spirit of wind, well, Tinkerbell. Let's call her Tinkerbell because I don't know her actual name. And then you get the spirit of water, which is the if you don't know, the queen of the Heart Kingdom spirit. She helps, that the water spirit there helps them and stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, as he goes, so there's more spirits. He goes, well, they must not be in like history or something like that. There are like unknown spirits. You never know. There's a bunch of things out there that are unknown, especially in that big open water, the ocean. Ooh, I bet there's a bunch of stuff in there we don't know of. As he goes, you're right. Maybe there are a bunch of spirits. He goes, well, what does the spirit look like though? As he goes, Itachi, summon. Goes Itachi, emerge. As Itachi emerge from like out of thin air, go, oh, he goes, yes. He goes, oh, what's up? He goes, there's a crow. That's so cool. Imagine if it was like a flaming crow, though. As Asta kind of chuckles and sweat drops it because I bet it would be cool, especially since you're a fire type, huh? Because damn right it would be. As Asta goes, well, it's time to try out these new illusions. What do you think, Itachi? He goes, sure thing. He goes, hey, sure thing. Let's get to it. He goes, what do you mean? Well, our old diamond mage over there is finally woken up. And I think it's time to put him down for good for a while. Plus, he's kind of getting on my nerves anyways. Even though I do not really agree to fighting that much, but it's the only way for us to succeed with this mission I see of. We can't persuade him because, well, he looks really pissed right now anyways. So, as he activates his Sharingan, but now it's 3 Tomoe. As he goes, whoa. As he goes, your Sharingan. He goes, your magic, it leveled up. It's at 3 now. He goes, it is? As he goes through his grimoire real quick, goes, stage 3 of Sharingan, 3 Tomoe. He goes, what's the additions to it? Let's see. He goes, you can cast any illusion through your eye. Bruh. He just goes, bruhs and falls back, or just bruh. No, okay, that's not in there. I'll just fucking, because I said, that's a little overpowered, he says to himself. He goes, what is it? What is it? What is it? Like Leopold's like, yeah, bro. Like, what is it? What is it? What is it? As he goes, I get cast illusions by just looking at people now. Because, what? You serious? He goes, yeah. He goes, fucking damn ocular magic. It's so overpowered. As I know. It's basically, the Diamond Mage is now slowly, like, getting up. Like, they were talking during the time he was getting up, started walking forward. As he looks at him, as he goes, let's try this. He goes, Itachi, can you use... He goes, Itachi, can we talk telepathically? He goes, I see why not. Yeah. She goes, you could just... alright, cool. It's basically Itachi started talking to him telepathically. He goes, here. He goes, so what do you need to tell me? There's, you need to tell everybody else, apparently. He goes, oh, so nobody knows what exactly I'm planning. He goes, you know about my ocular magic now, don't you? Since you are, well, part of my book, you should know it, right? He goes, yeah, your Sharingan evolved. Your ocular magic evolved. Now you can cast illusions. That means even my illusions. I could be in your book, but you can still use... I could be unsummoned, and you can still use any of my illusions. He goes, really? He goes, I'm just here to basically be a friend now. You already have the knowledge of all my illusions. I've put it in your book. You just need to go through them, read it once with your ocular illusions, and you should be fine. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, well, since I am part of the book, and I can read a little bit more about the spells you have. He goes, the Sharingan, you can actually memorize everything you see once. That's what the copying effect is. He goes, he basically like he just face palmed, bro. He's just, my dumbass. Because I forgot about that, huh? Because, well, thanks, Itachi. I don't want you getting hurt, so you might want to go back in the book. This guy is kind of scary, I guess. Because, sure thing. I can still talk to you, by the way, even though I'm in the book. Yes, oh, alright then. As basically, yeah, Asta would get ready to fight, as so would Leopold as well, yeah. As with Asta goes, As back with Mars now, he's all flamed up and now in his gigantic form. As yeah, Asta basically looks at him as Asta looks at Mars and Mars looks at Asta. As soon as that happened, Asta put a genjutsu on illusion on him, multiple layered illusion. So basically, whenever it's illusion of himself, it's the crow illusions that he just learned. It just got it basically makes him appear in an illusion somewhere else, but as soon as he gets attacked, he turns into a flock of crows, and the crows appear someone else, forming into Asta again. It happens 5 times until the real Asta, it goes to the real Asta. So he breaks it by, hurting the Asta, right? In the illusion. 1 second. So yeah, Asta's like, alright, time to, time to clap some Mars cheeks, bruh. Not really, though. That's kind of gay. I ain't gonna lie. So, yeah, Asta, he's like, alright, I'm gonna finish this off. So he put the 5-layer illusion, right? So with Mars, Asta is actually Asta's behind him fully, and when he gets the time and when he notices that the crow, all his illusions are finally knocked off, he's going to, of course, kill the dude. Not really kill him. He's gonna try to take him out, injure him heavily, but not to the point where he dies. With his swords, of course, with his katana and stuff. So basically, with Mars, he kept on seeing, he kept on seeing that, Asta kept on turning into crows. He's like, what the hell's happening? He's turning into crows. He's turning to crows, my dude. He's turning to crows. Oh my goodness, he's turning to crows. He's turning to crows, my dude. Oh my goodness. As it happened 5 times for him. Every time Asta's burst into crows, and yeah. So with that, the next thing, Asta would appear. The last one will basically be impaled by a crystal within the illusion, and it would then burst into crows again, appearing in front of Asta. This is one last little illusion trick that happened. So he's really sure, now, he senses no more. Mars is really dude, this dude don't fucking die, my dude. Is this teleportation magic or something? It's bro, what is this? So he is really hoping this is the last one, right? He hits it, and it stands there. The blade through its chest. He goes, no more no more teleportation magic anymore, huh, bud? As you hear a voice, what do you mean? I'm right behind you, actually. Doing so, he turn around and that give an opening for Asta to really just start cutting him up, cutting through the crystal that is around Mars's body. His whole big old thingy he has. His big golem outfit he's wearing, right? His big old golem outfit he's wearing. It's all shredded. It's absolutely shredded. During the whole time, Asta wasn't just sitting there. He was weakening the golem and stuff. The golem armor the dude as Mars was wearing, right? So it's yeah, Brad, I'm gonna make sure that you can't move no more. Even though you got healing magic, easy thing to stop that is just knock you out. As Basically, Asta would finish up with slicing up the golem armor. As Asta's moving really, really fast. Watching this is like kind of hard to keep up with Asta's speed right now, along with everybody there. The only one being close to seeing Asta was Leopold, since he's been training with Asta for 3 months straight. He's been getting really used to his speed, but recently Asta's been getting faster. Well, because during the training, Asta's been only using physical strength. Right now, Asta wants to get this done and over with, so he's enhancing his speed with mana. So yeah, Asta of course is even faster now. He's moving really, really fast. So that Mars gets cut on the back of his Achilles heels. He gets that cut, so he can't walk anymore. He gets stabbed inside of the nerves and stabbed right in the shoulder of his arms, causing his arms to go limp, not be able to summon any magic through his arms anymore. Usually magic has to do with, the way through your hands, right? They always do something with their hands that has to do with magic. You don't see people throwing their feet around going like, well, boobity bubbity boo, great fireball jutsu. And basically they're like, yeah, so basically the arms are unable to move, unable to flip through the grimoire, unable to really summon that much magic. Usually hands are the way to summon magic, really, to say. So Asta getting rid of his arms, allowing him so he can't move his arms anymore. They of course would be healed, of course, but Asta sees no reason for him to die. He's like, yeah, there's no reason this fool needs to die. Well, at least, yeah, unless he wants to come start attacking the Clover Kingdom itself. He understood the reason why the Diamond Mages were there in the first place, because, the Diamond Mages, this is both on the border of the Diamond Mage territory and also Clover Kingdom. So it was both basically both on their territory. So they both had a chance, kingdoms had a chance to get some of the riches, but luckily Asta's better than the Diamond Mages there, so yeah. By the way, Luck has finished his fight already, but he sensed the fight and he was like, oh shit, like maybe another strong opponent, right? So he was already heading there at that point and stuff. His fight took the whole time with them getting the riches. It took Yuno and Asta together to get at least about 90% of all the riches there and stuff in about like a minute, because using all of his like wind magic to funnel it inside of the basically the sack they had that was very well. Of course, it was a magic sack that could hold almost an endless amount of weight, and when you put like a shit ton of weight in it, it doesn't like get heavy. It still stays the same. It still looks like a regular bag, but when you pour it out, it all comes out. So it's a spatial bag, right? It's meant to carry a lot of stuff in it, but be in a very, very small package, kind of like a ceiling scroll, really. Think about it. So yeah, basically that took them about a minute, and then Asta found Itachi, the crow, the illusion spirit. So that took about 7 minutes of just talking with Itachi the crow, and then it took about and during the time Leopold and Four Eyes, Mimosa, and Noel, Yuno was getting his wind spirit at the time. Since the others did a lot of the work, they're like, maybe we should do some work too. So they decided to clean up get the rest with Leopold in the other bag. So yeah. So Leopold has both the storage bags, the storage sacks. He has both of them in the zipper pocket, so he doesn't lose it at all. So he put them in a zipper pocket and stuff right now. So yeah, so they've only been there for about like 10 minutes inside of it. So it was about 10 minutes, and it took them about like 5 minutes to get there. So during the whole time, Luck's been just beating up on the smoke user, right, from the diamond thing. So yeah. So now I'm back with Asta. He cut the Achilles heels and disabled the arms on Mars, so he can't really use his magic anymore. And then he used the butt of his katana and bashed him in the back of the head, knocking him out. But during that time, a trap's been set in the room during the fight, and everything started crumbling down now. Asta's like, well, shit. Well, I'm not bringing this guy with us because, well, Diamond Mage, and he's probably going to try to kill us again, so yeah, not risking any of my comrades dying today. So yeah. Because, well, we need to get out of here. As he finally Luck will be there, goes, oh, you already knocked him out. I was hoping for a good fight. That smoke guy's pretty good, but not strong enough. Because you're next. What was your name? Asta, right? We're gonna fight. As Asta goes, no, we're not. We are gonna get out of here unless you want to get crushed to death by rocks. As Luck goes, what? As Asta punches up to the roof, as the roof starts cracking and stuff, he goes, huh, maybe we should get out of here. As everybody else got onto Asta, like everybody got on his little his wind carriage thingy, and while Luck just decided to use his lightning boots and started just jumping around really, really fast. Asta's like, oh man, I wish I had lightning magic. I could move really, really fast then. Because I could probably move as fast as him, but if I had lightning magic, I could move any faster. It was, whatever. It's basically to make it out, just barely though, somehow, just barely. But during the time, the Smoke Mage was able to not get any treasure at all, actually, because they already took it all. And, well, yeah. Then he got, the diamond, he got Mars out of there as well, the Smoke Mage did from Diamond Kingdom, so yeah, he was like, yeah, cool. So I think I'm gonna end this part off right here before they get to the back and they return the riches to, of course, Julius and stuff. And that's when they meet Julius and all that. But I won't be doing that in this part. That will be a part 2. I hope y'all all have a good day. Like and subscribe if you want, though. It's whatever. Just like people watching my videos, really. So hope you have a good day, and well, deuces.